Yo, please make sure to follow us, endorse us, and subscribe to our Patreon, all right? That is the Need to Know podcast on Patreon. When I say things just get a little bit different over there, man, you might find some booty. You might find your life. Might find a spouse. Definitely go flood that, all right? Go rush that. Rush that.
In addition to that, please make sure y'all go check out. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a while. Purpose Sea Moss Gel. A lot of you have been asking about it. It has made the return. I appreciate all the support over the few weeks, but we are back. So make sure y'all go check out purposeseamossgel.com. If you are unfamiliar, it has over 90 minerals and nutrients that the body needs. I know we talk about it a lot on the podcast, but before we get into the shits, before we talk about Will, before we talk about Jada, I think it's important to make sure you are, I was about to say nutritionized.
Oh, I like that. No, do it.
I like
Nutritionized
for these podcast
With
episodes.
Seamossified.
Yeah, let's get Seamossified. And also the HMD studio.
That's right. The HMDstudio.com for all your podcasting, recording studio, and just event needs. If you're looking for a place to be creative, you can come to thehmdstudio.com. Come on over. It's dope.
Yeah.
Also, before we get out of here and we finish these ads, there is only one singular tier on our Patreon. We made it real easy. We didn't want to make it difficult. We just wanted to make sure it was one flat rate where everybody could just come and get the content. So please go flood that again. Need to Know podcast on Patreon.
I've been waiting for this week all my life.
Man, fuck all that.
All my life.
Fuck
all my
that.
life.
Okay.
So y'all
your
don't
life?
show up last week.
We didn't
Y'all don't show up last
What?
week. And somehow I'm here
Watch
this
this.
week.
Watch
and
this, Need to Know.
niggas wasn't
Watch
at the
this.
stew.
You already
lying.
lying.
You already
Five
know
seconds.
is I'm putting up
Hey, guys.
double-doubles.
Hey,
Drake
guys.
said it best.
Let him get his
Not
lies on.
again.
He's lying.
I
Let him
was
get his
here
shit off.
back-to-back weeks.
Right. You're right.
Go off because you're not about to like.
Reggie,
Not again.
Reggie.
That's fine.
Alex, thank you for joining us, brother.
Coach, go crazy, coach.
He's shooting at you too.
Back-to-back.
Yo, I gotta get my jumper ready.
I've
Hold
been
on.
here back-to-back days
I thought
putting
my
out
shit was hitting.
content,
My
serving the
shit
people,
That's
serving the streets.
Disgusting.
I'm serving the
Savon hit
streets.
us last week and said, "Yo, we not partying."
Why do you do this as if we don't have screenshots?
And we
Of you
said
being like,
facts.
yeah.
And then
That's
we
what I
said,
keep-
"Yo,
I'm a
everything
screenshot
all right?"
nigga
He said,
myself.
"Everything fine."
Everything was fine.
Next week, we
Uh-huh.
said, "All right, bet." And that was it. So one, you're lying because we was ready next week. We were here. We were
In
fine.
4K.
Everything was
Y'all
good.
was here. Y'all was here. Y'all was ready.
We was
Y'all
here.
came ready.
So
Good to go.
explain.
So what do you mean we wasn't
Give
here?
people context because not everybody knows what's going on. So give context.
First
what
off,
happened?
I was attacked.
No. Don't start there.
First off, I
Well,
was
now you're
attacked.
playing victim
Hey,
after.
what did
I
you
was
do
attacked.
yesterday? What did you do? Let's start there. What did you do yesterday?
Do y'all really want to go there?
Yes.
I'm asking y'all
Yes.
right now. Do y'all really,
Yes.
really
What did you
I
do
want all
yesterday?
of it
about
because
this?
there's nothing you could say that like
Not a
is
damn
gonna
thing.
be like, oh my god,
Just
like, you know?
think about it. That's all I'm saying. Think about,
Okay.
do y'all really, really want to go there? Need
I
to
know
know
what you're about to
podcast
say.
family.
Okay.
We did not record an episode last week.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
anybody
who
who's
suggested
new-
that?
Anybody who's new to the podcast,
Let's
I want you all to know that people think we're on the brink of the pod
Because of your ass.
It's
because
you.
of me.
It's
Save
you.
on. Okay,
And
why
that's
didn't
fine.
we record? Why didn't we record?
Let me. We got some new
Okay.
listeners, guys. Like, you know what I mean? We did some outreach. There's people listening now.
What?
So listen, hold on.
What PR company you working with?
That's the
Outreach
HBO.
right there.
Yeah, that's the HBO
Hey,
kicking
Jarek,
in.
shout
She
out
told
to
you-
Jerica.
shout out to
You know
Jerica.
what I mean?
Okay,
She
let's-
told you the
I've been
outreach
on my
word?
training, like,
'Cause he never
we
said
got
that word before.
outreach,
That's the
branding.
HBO training right
Okay.
there.
But let me tell you the real story.
I'm
guys.
listening.
Again, welcome to the Need to Know podcast.
Uh-huh.
It's what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know pod.
Glad to be here.
We got a ton to talk about, but the first order of business is me clearing my name from the smut and all the shit that y'all try to put on it.
Some shit on
because
there.
I'm not that guy that y'all try to pay me to be.
Okay.
I'm a man of the motherfucking people. So if I gotta sleep in your goddamn studio, if I gotta pay you rent, I will do that to serve the community whatever
Okay.
content that they need.
Okay.
Word.
Last week,
Okay.
Okay.
I
Let's
said,
let him
hey
talk.
guys.
Let's let
Yes.
him
yes.
talk.
No.
I said,
Because
hey
I really
guys.
That's why I've
wanna
been
hear
quiet.
I said, hey guys. You know, we've been really, really working extremely fucking hard.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we should take a mental health week. off.
Wow.
Let's just have the mental health to ourselves.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Last
that.
Sweet
week,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Such
Y'all
a
know I
sweet
just
guy.
got into
A
therapy.
little fabricated, but okay.
Y'all know I just got into
Like
therapy.
that's not what.
Yeah,
I'm taking this shit serious.
And you know what? We supported you.
You did, brother.
We was
Now,
there.
we took off last week.
Okay.
Everybody come back, recharge, refresh.
Right.
We were actually supposed to do our monthly Need to Know
Need to Know
awards.
awards.
It didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Okay.
I don't know why it didn't happen, but it didn't happen.
'Cause we
So I'm
didn't
like, you know
record.
what? Maybe we're overwhelmed
Because we
as
didn't
a
record.
team
Uh-huh.
because we didn't get
Because
it
we didn't
done.
record.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, boom. Let's
Because
take
we
the
didn't
week off.
record.
So we took the week off.
Because we didn't record.
fuck is he talking about?
7 days.
I want you to finish.
Yo,
I
let
want
him
you
go.
to finish.
7 days
Okay.
today.
Okay.
We come. Actually, let's start on Sunday. Sunday, Will Smith and Chris Rock, they stopped the motherfucking world.
Right.
Everybody.
Right.
My grandmother was talking about it. Alex, was your mom informed?
She was.
If Alex's mom knows,
Yeah,
everybody
it's a
knows.
big- it's a
bro.
big
You know
deal.
what I'm saying?
That's a
Like,
fact. It's a fact.
so I'm like, yo, the world stopped.
Right.
We gotta record.
Uh-huh.
I need my gang. I need the gang, bro. I need the motherfucking gang
No, you
to help
don't.
me out. But
We don't put out an episode every
Because
week?
then
No,
you
I
would
thought
have
it did.
waited until the game was ready.
So now,
Isn't the anxiety and the suspense of our fans that listen to us like, yo, Wednesday or Thursday,
Thursday,
it's gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
fucking lit.
but this happened on
Right.
Sunday. So by Thursday, I felt like a lot of people may have been speaking about it. So I wanted us to get in there on Monday. We
the
couldn't
echo
get in.
chamber of everyone
but
else.
we couldn't. Yeah, we could. Yeah, you know, I didn't want to like get swallowed by the news cycle. You know what I'm saying? I figured we'd just be at the forefront of that, but it couldn't happen. I know it was
Which is
out of
valid.
our control. You know, out of
which
our
is valid.
control. So I'm like, hey. The original cast can't be here.
Right.
Let me call up some friends. Now, I don't want to put them in the middle of anything because I
Shout out to them.
appreciate
Oh, yeah,
that.
they killed it.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to-
shout out to y'all.
Shout out to
And I wanna be
Natalie,
clear.
shout out to
Especially
all
Natalie,
our-
her voice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they
It has
killed
nothing to do with like, shout out to y'all. It has
This
So
is
I
a
nothing
think
to
save
they
on
know
beef.
that. They
This
know
is
that.
all
Like,
save on.
I want to
Yeah.
and put it all on me.
Yes.
Please.
Oh, yeah, we're
Continue.
trying to.
Because you're setting it up.
Yeah.
Okay, go, go, go,
So I
go.
called
I
some
like
friends.
it.
I said, hey guys, what's going on? Y'all are all talented. Shout out to Anthony Moore. Also, there was an aspect of this
Salute to Anthony
story
Moore.
that none of us could speak to.
Because we're not funny.
Alex, I know you do a lot of great things in your life.
No, none of us make jokes.
But I know you be killing shit.
We've
bro.
never made a joke in our life.
But you're not a comedian.
Exactly. So why talk to Alex about it?
Devon
first?
Terrell,
Huh?
you can do everything.
Okay.
But I've never seen you tell a joke on like a stand-up stage, man.
What you might not know about me though is I am a comedy enthusiast.
That's
Like
cool.
I have a lot of respect for comedians.
You do research?
But watch this.
I love comedy,
and I do too.
and I know the
I do too.
perspective
Absolutely.
that you're about to bring up too.
I know, right.
And I kind of stand with that perspective.
Okay.
But that we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But
Just
go ahead.
go,
Okay,
sir.
so
Go ahead.
now I
Nothing
call
like
up
a
a friend.
comedian speaking from
Hey,
that.
man.
Absolutely.
We got to stand up
Different when your
comedian.
girl lets you talk first, right?
Yeah.
Different.
It's different. It hit way different. When your girl lets you talk first. Okay. Continue.
Shit, convo is different.
Continue. When you know you got
You
the
be like,
receipts.
wait.
Go, please
When
let
you
him
know you
talk.
got the receipts.
Why,
Please
why
let
she
him
not
go,
talking
please.
for me?
Okay,
When
just
you
let
got the
Savon talk.
tracker
Let
of her
Savon
car
talk.
and you're
That
like,
was the dumbest question. Stay in your lane.
See, this is the love I get. The haters. This is why the haters don't like me.
This is why the haters
This
don't
is
like
why
me.
the haters
we
don't
haters.
like
This
me.
is why the haters
Listen,
don't
tongue
like
of a
me.
Neanderthal. I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
Yeah, speak to him, Dr. Umar. Anyway,
you use Dr. Umar on me,
Anyway.
nigga? Of all niggas on earth, use him on me?
Anyway,
The nigga with
bro.
2 wives? The nigga that's handed out applications for women for
basically my
a
grandfather.
wife? His uncle?
Don't do that.
Dr. Umar on me?
like I said, I called up a friend, comedian. He was on the first ever episode of the Need to Know Pod. I said, hey, let's kick it. Let's talk. Armand, he's family. Natalie, she's dope. I didn't have a woman. Reggie's my go-to woman. I
Wait,
don't have
when
mad
did this
women in
happen?
my
When did
life.
this happen? Monday night?
Yes.
Okay.
This all happened Monday night.
Oh, she
So
good. She got a
Monday.
timeline
So you called
going.
him up Monday night.
So you cheated on Monday.
So you
So I
can't
hit-
play with
yeah,
women.
okay,
look.
okay.
Monday.
and then
Yeah.
acted on Wednesday. That's crazy.
No, I acted on
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I
and
acted
it was
on Tuesday.
uploaded on Wednesday.
Premeditated.
Which was only 24 hours
You
before
couldn't have did that
this.
without
Yeah,
Pierre.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Premeditated.
So-
Oh no, I was a part of this, but I'll wait.
But that's how we got the ensemble together. I was like, hey, I don't want to I don't want to force my time on the pod by just I wanted to go. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Okay.
I felt like we could spend an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours on it. So I wanted to do a standalone piece of content with the gang on Monday, on Tuesday, whenever. But you guys are so fucking busy. Reggie's taking over Billboard. You're taking
But you
over the
didn't ask
Billboard
us for
charts.
two- let
And
me-
Alex is over here making beats for Billboard. So all y'all motherfuckers are over here, Billboard gang, and I'm just trying to speak my truth.
Okay.
Okay,
But I
but you
couldn't.
didn't ask us if we could do it Tuesday, though.
Here's
You were like, okay, you asked us on Monday, hey, guys, can we record in 3 hours? And we were like, sorry, I can't. And then never heard from you again.
Never heard. So here's the joke. Here's
that's
what's
unfair to
Here's
us.
what's hilarious.
I
And
just love how I'm quiet because I've been here.
and to the people that was
these
on
are
the
the
pod-
newbies at the office.
to the people that was at the party and stuff like that has nothing to do with them. Awesome job.
No,
From
they
what I-
killed it. I was listening. I was
They
like, oh,
did.
shit.
I was like, oh shit.
But that's the only reason why we tight, because we don't know what to say now.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, we can't even talk about it now.
can.
No, we
Here's-
can't.
no, we
Like,
can't. No, we can't. It's a
we
wrap.
can't. You guys spoke about
Nah,
oh, no, 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 no.
everything.
You
took
Like,
that from me.
We're going
you
to talk
took
about
that
it
from
now.
us.
Hold on.
Like,
Now,
for
I
us-
got you.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
my
Here's
fault.
the issue. Here's
on
what
now.
Savon. Here's the problem with what Savon did. Savon hit us on
talking like a
Monday.
uncle.
Monday. He said, "Guys,
Morning.
can we do yada yada?" Everybody said, "Yo, say we can't do that day." It just so happens that our schedules didn't line up. He said, "Cool." Didn't hear from this nigga. Imagine waking up on the day
Yeah,
of your
you know what?
fucking
You took
podcast.
too long to tell the story.
Imagine.
Go, Dev. Go, Dev.
And you looking, and niggas texting you like, yo, everything good? I'm like, what the fuck is going
yeah,
on?
shout out to Ari. She hit me up.
And then I look and I see the NTK. For some reason, God just knew like I'm gonna make you laugh.
Yeah.
And it's the NTK Instagram, but it looks like Alex looks different. Reggie
Reggie looked like she went uptown.
went way uptown in Dykeman.
Reggie went uptown.
And then I was like, what happened? What's going on? So I'm freaking out. And I said, you know what? Let me be quiet because maybe I missed something in the chat and I'm wrong.
But why would you miss something in the chat?
Because it was so.
'Cause his lifestyle.
It was such a
He's
crazy.
about to turn
I
his
got
life.
you, D.
Don't
His
do it.
lifestyle.
how could you
His
hold on,
lifestyle.
hold on.
That
Hold
his
on.
life is like that.
It was such a crazy thing to see that I said I had to miss something because he would have fucking.
He was about to
told
blame
us.
you for being too busy to answer the chat.
That's
That's, where
a
he was about
fact.
to take it.
So shout out to my homie Reggie Nacho, right? Who went in the chat and said, "Hold the fuck up."
She just started
The real
dropping bombs,
gangster.
my
She
nigga.
was like, I was like, oh. She said,
She just started dropping
real
wild
gangster.
bombs.
oh,
I
what
did.
is?
I sent one text and then waited for my fellow. We're gonna unionize.
And we came
I waited
together
for him,
because then it
like-
let me know, like, oh, Reggie didn't know. Then the nail in the coffin was when Alex said, yeah, me too.
Yo, Dev.
No.
Let me talk to you. You know I'm the union rep here.
Yes, you are.
You guys can refer to me for any of your problems and your issues. Because I'm the union delegate of the group.
Yes, you are.
Reggie confided in me on the side.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
well, we were talking about something else before.
No, we was talking
We was
about
talking
booty.
about Instagram
Yeah,
about
we was talking
something.
about.
They left you out.
Now we
Look
was
at
talking about
that.
Instagram booty.
No.
You don't want to be in
it
that
wasn't.
Instagram booty we was talking
It was
about.
not
We
because
friends?
I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
let's address this in person because that's the type of bitch I am.
I have my
So-
conversations with everybody on the
Okay.
side. It's okay. I ain't jelly.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I will say though, I gotta give him a little bit of something. I don't know what it is. It's something.
Give me my credit.
It ain't credit.
I'm about to expose y'all.
It ain't credit. Watch
I
this.
can't wait.
I'm about to expose
Savon gonna hit me. I think on the Monday.
This Monday.
Yo, dog. I already got this, and this lined up. Just letting you know and give you a heads up.
So you
Oh,
ain't,
so you mean you already hit everybody? All right, so yeah, go do it.
Yo.
everybody knew. I recorded in your
That boy
studio.
good.
I recorded in your studio. I use your resources.
Yeah, how you ain't know?
I use your the top-notch staff that you have.
He
The most
knew.
amazing staff that he has at HMD Studio.
What group chat?
I let him know, which I know they all communicate within the HMD Hall of Fame motherfucking
good.
group chat.
He's good.
So you
He's
knew,
good.
motherfucker.
No,
he's a
And I
podcaster.
paid you, nigga.
good.
We paid the studio.
You
So
paid
the-
them.
The check
Hold
cleared. So HMD Studio knew. Alex,
No.
Pierre, you got a mic today, so
Nah,
I need
so-
you. I
alright,
need you
so
to keep
here's-
it a band real quick. Real quick. Any single decision that I make regarding this podcast, any idea that I have, any concept, no matter how big or small, who does it have to get ran by before it gets approved?
Nah.
Cat.
No, Alex.
Yeah.
Now these are facts.
Alex.
I don't want to take from him, right?
But
go on, Pete.
now, Pete, right?
Yeah.
So,
Give him another side of that.
so here's my timeline, right?
Yo, he needed. You've been needing. Like I'm so glad he has
So
a
here's
mic.
my. Thank you, Reggie.
Yeah, say something about
Here's
Michael
my
Jackson
timeline,
and we
right?
taking that shit away.
He's
So
a-
speak very fucking careful.
He's ass. Anyway, so Tuesday, right? I'm at Penn State, right? I'm at Penn State with
'Cause he's
Jericho.
booked and
Tuesday
busy.
morning,
Sure.
crack of dawn, my phone ring, right?
Yeah.
Boom, I look at it. Savon's name pops up.
Sure.
Obviously, I pick up, right? Now, the funny thing is about, working with Alex and Savon for the last 2.5/3 years is for some reason y'all figured out that like I love challenges, right? So
Oh my
I'm on
God,
the
he
phone
was
with
ready to
Savon,
fly
right?
today.
Savon's like, yo, Pete, you don't really like cameras, right? I'm like,
He didn't
come
send you that
on.
text
Yo,
message.
bro,
He didn't
the
do
only
that.
thing I can think of to
This how
say
you coming to my videographer?
I would never,
Bro.
I would never put his passion.
Confide in me. You know I'm the union delegate.
the
Talk to
only
me, Pete.
thing I could say at that point was
Yeah.
two questions to Savon. When and where, right? So mind you, right? I'm in Penn State, right? I'm from New York, but I live in Jersey,
You was in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Jersey.
Bro, I walked from Penn State to Jersey, right?
walked.
You hear this
Hopped in the
nigga?
car.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, he
peep. Hopped in the car, right? I get to the studio, right? Everybody cool, right? Not gonna lie, right? They might have been cooler than y'all, but you had to be there, right? Right? I'm not gonna lie, right?
You feel me?
Right when we about to leave, Savon pulled me to the side like, yo, Pete. I'm like, yo, what's good, bro? How you feel about the episode? He was like, yo, it's fire. So then I'm like, what you need? So then he's like, yo, the clips you usually cut for us every now and again. It's not horrible, but like, could you put a little sauce on this one?
On this one specifically, where the rest of them ain't here. Word.
Facts. The one where you guys were not here.
Word. That's what. Yeah, put the little
Y'all was
extras
not
on
in that seat, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, Savon, what you mean put a little sauce on it? He was like, so really what I mean is, when I look at the clip, I want it to be so clear that I can see my soul. Right?
I'm starting to love myself again. So I really wanted to see like inside of me.
What part of this is?
I wanted to like really
Stop.
see
It's
inside of me.
This is good. This is good
Either
stuff.
way,
So-
you killing your monologue. Let's go.
So
Go.
Pete, right? So I'm looking at him sideways. I'm like, you trying to see your soul? What that mean, bro? So I'm like, all right, I kind of understand. So I go home.
Trying to get it.
I go home, do some math, right? Next thing you know, the clip y'all seen is what happened, right?
Nigga.
So Pete,
The
right?
clip was fire too.
It was
I
fire.
thought
I
it
ain't
wasn't
gonna lie.
here
The clip
at
was fire.
first.
The
It
clip
was
I was
fire.
like,
It
this
was
doesn't look
fire.
like HMD.
So look, moral of the story, right? Moral of my timeline is, right? I'm not gonna say his name, right? I'm not gonna say Savon.
Sure.
Cool,
Don't
thanks.
say that.
I'm
Don't
not
say
gonna say
Savon.
Savon.
Don't
Don't
say
say
Savon.
that.
But he
We'll
don't
just
like
fill it
y'all.
in.
I ain't
He
gonna
don't
hold
fuck
you.
with us, right?
I was gonna save this.
He don't like
But
He don't fuck with us.
Let the queen speak. Let the fucking queen
You
speak.
are dumb, unattractive, overweight, unworthy, untalented.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
We're mid,
That's how I
right?
feel
Back
about
to the
Pierre.
mid
That's how I feel
conversation.
about
I was
Pierre.
like, who are you
That's how I
directing
feel
this
about
towards?
Pierre right now.
Right?
You feel me?
Right?
Pierre,
What?
this for you. Let the queen speak, my dog.
You are dumb,
Y'all forgot. We the mid to know.
overweight, unworthy,
That's
untalented.
With a
That's what
need to
y'all was.
replace.
I
The need to
demand-
replace.
Fuck all this. I demand an apology. You ruined my entire fucking morning.
Word. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been potting for a minute, and I'm just, you just didn't want to rush and talk about Will Smith with us first.
And I want to, you know
like,
what I like?
wow,
to, you
I
know
wouldn't
what?
even want to talk about with nobody else first.
I wanted to process
That's where
it.
my head was at.
I wanted to see what everybody else's
Like,
thoughts was.
word?
I wanted to see how the dust settled.
I've been waiting
Me
because
too.
I
I'm
thought
like,
he
oh,
was
this is
telling his story,
good.
and then
I
he
thought
was
we had a
telling his story.
runway.
Right. I thought we had a nice runway. Like,
a
okay,
runway into
all of,
it.
now that we've seen all of this happen, because I feel like when people speak in passion, I'm not saying what you did was, I'm not saying how everybody else did, but I feel like when you speak in the heat of a moment of something with all the explosion and stuff like that, I feel like you wind up kind of in the short term, long run, kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because then when all of the other
We ain't done that,
aspects,
Savon.
all the other
got it,
aspects
don't
start to
worry. I got the
unfold
shooter.
throughout the week,
Nah,
it's
I know.
like, oh,
Yeah.
like for instance, just the apology. Like a lot of people didn't even get a chance to talk about Will Smith even apologize, because it happened maybe 2 days, 3 days later. So to me, I was like, yo, I can't wait to speak about it with y'all. And let's see how this unfolds. And so that I can make I've heard from the comedian side, I've heard from the actor side, we've heard from Black Twitter, we've heard from so
sides I
many.
never even thought we would hear
Yeah,
from.
so many perspectives.
Right.
We're hearing, like, so to me, I was like, oh wow, we're gonna have a really good conversation about this.
And we still are.
But you guys spoke about it so extensively. Like, what do you want us to like?
But y'all have your own thoughts.
I'm still
Y'all
waiting
have
to
your own
speak. Like,
thoughts.
You
Y'all
scared
have your own like
our
everything.
fans?
Like
They were scared.
There's so many times.
I think it was a rush to speak about it first, and like, but in retrospect, like, it was a 24-hour difference because it came out this morning, and our episode is gonna come out tomorrow morning. So what was like the rush?
You know what's
Yo,
funny?
that's what
So
I
hold on,
said.
hold on,
I was
hold
like,
on.
we're
And also,
literally
hold on,
recording
hold on,
tomorrow.
one second.
Reggie,
we're
go.
not
I
like
got
we're not like an entertainment like news outlet.
True.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have to be the first to put a clip out. So like, I feel like, you know what? We could have just chilled and like done it.
Figgity facts.
But I think it was just
understand.
the rush of like wanting to get that clip out first, and then the cast was amazing. You guys had an
They were
amazing
great.
episode.
Thank you.
No,
But
no,
I think this is
See,
what it was
we
they
should have
supposed to
killed
be.
started the podcast with, yo, y'all
We
were
did.
great.
We
Nah,
did.
but we did.
We
They
did.
killed
We
it.
did.
We
We know
did.
we're
You
doing.
did. You
I came
did.
like 7 minutes
But
in.
don't
No,
take,
no, no.
but don't
I
take
said
their
we was
flowers.
great.
Fuck out of here. It's not for you to take.
It's our
As we,
flowers.
yeah, no, it's
We
they
gave
flowers.
the flowers.
It's
Yeah, it
they
ain't for you.
flowers.
We ain't give
He over
the-
here
yeah.
trying to take their flowers.
Yo, if it was me, I would have been like, I would have hit the group chat like, hey guys.
So why didn't you?
That's true, Pierre. You be
Nah,
talking about. You knew
would've
about
been like,
this too.
I would have been like, hey guys, just a heads up.
You
I'm
knew
finished
this
today.
shit.
Reggie, you were the only
He gave us-
person. You are literally the only person that I can honestly say you had no idea.
That
there
does
was-
not make me feel better.
that's
That
crazy.
makes me
But
feel
like,
He think
worse.
he's killing it
Like,
right now. That's the crazy.
Yo,
But this is how I
he said just like
apologize.
you
The
said.
fact that
But
you're
this
like,
is how I
I'm not
apologize.
apologizing to
I'm not
Javon.
apologizing to these other
Like,
niggas,
nah,
yo.
fuck that. He
But
like,
I'm gonna
nah.
apologize to you
That's
because I
crazy.
honestly could understand. Like, yo, she's hurt, and
But
I
nah,
did
but
that,
answer her
and
question
I'm sorry.
though. That's 24 hours though.
Yeah.
Like,
Get
was
into
it worth it?
24 hours. Get into
Was
that.
it, what about my feelings?
I think it's more content, like the better. And I think hearing different perspectives,
Yeah,
some like
sure.
having a. a conversation with a comedian that's from Philly,
Sure.
right? There's a nuance in that none of us can speak to.
Very true.
So
Very
Anthony
true.
Moore, being from Philly, which
Yeah.
Will Smith is from,
Yeah.
being a comedian, he rubs shoulders with Chris Rock, with Dave Chappelle. Like he's in these comedy cellars with them, so he can speak to it in a different way than we
Absolutely.
can. The
Absolutely.
first thing I did was hit the crew. If y'all weren't available, I was like, yo, I still feel like this has to get out.
Save
And
on.
so let me find the best way to go
Devon
about
just
that.
went
Okay.
So what
Let
I
him go.
did was I said, hey, these people are dope.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. And that's it. So wait, let me answer the other thing because Reggie was like, "Oh, we couldn't do it on Monday. Why didn't you ask about Tuesday?" Because I asked them if they could do it on Monday as well. And since they couldn't, they was like, "Hey, we can do it on Tuesday." I'm like, "I bet." Well, since I already reached out to y'all and y'all already committed to it, I bet. So now I have to like hold through to them, and that's it. And it
Why-
was just extra content.
Why could so I think you know what I think would have been the best use of the content?
You sound like a respectful uncle.
Very respectful.
Yeah.
If you took Anthony Moore
Yeah.
and brought him on today.
You always say we only got 4 mics.
Nah.
I literally
We sent the other one
But I didn't
out.
know he had that.
Pierre literally has a mic
I
right
didn't- but
now.
I didn't know he had that.
I told
Be honest,
you.
be honest.
Yo, you
He's a
gonna
snitch.
for real? I
He's a
told you. I
snitch.
said, yo,
That's
we
crazy.
can do 5 mics now. You
Now get his ass.
lying
Now get his ass.
I
Get
told
his
you. He
ass.
know.
You no.
Yeah,
honestly,
I said, yo, we able to
Yo,
do
we had a
like
whole
6
meeting.
mics.
We had a whole meeting. I was like, yo, Dev, we need a 5th mic.
I said, yo, I
Dev
bet.
came in and got the 5th mic. I said, yo, everybody, we got the 5th mic. We was like, oh my God, yeah. And then we tried to get a guest on who you ain't one on for that 5th mic. Let's go. I'm here today. I'm about to drop 20 and 20.
Yo, no,
Don't start it
also,
up.
hold on, no, hold on.
What is he talking
But
about?
Alex, did you not know?
Huh?
Did you not know?
Now let's get into that.
Yeah, I
you should
know,
have left
no.
that. You know you
Yeah.
should
I
have
just
left
asked
that.
you.
You know you should have
Yeah,
left that alone, right?
Did you
That-
not know, nigga?
You know you should have left that alone,
nigga, I'm
right?
here.
Okay,
What's
okay,
up?
okay.
He knew I
You
knew
know you should have left that alone,
What's
right?
up?
He knew.
I
Okay.
can answer. I can answer.
Of course.
Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right, so now levels, right?
Okay.
What you tell a person that say, yo, bro, I just want to let you know. They got the videographer, the guest, the talent, the camera, and then it's happening.
And you said, oh,
Okay.
like,
Don't you just say
wait, so why did you tell Alex?
What
but
did you
didn't
just say?
tell
You just
Chad?
said, okay.
That's all
Like-
Go for it.
See, it was being a little like.
It's not because the reason I tell Alex is because it costs.
Right.
And
Okay.
Alex
Yeah.
is the person I go to when it comes to budgeting.
I got
And
you.
and
Yeah,
so
but
those
talent was
conversations
already-
happen. But those conversations, am I lying? Like those
No,
conversations happen.
he's
separately.
all 100
So that's
on
why-
that.
So that's
He's
why
talking about
Alex was
other
the person I
variables. He
said-
good at that. I'm talking about these variables.
But you
Yo.
booked
Because
that
he right in
Anthony
what you
studio,
saying.
though.
He right, though.
Exactly.
So you told Kev before me? Actually, come to think of it.
No.
Who booked you? Who you
Oh, well, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Shout out to Kev.
So
listen.
Kev knew?
I also
Your
okay.
whole staff
It's
knew.
mutiny.
You are the owner. It was in
It
the
was in
group
the group chat, bro. Nah.
Which everybody
This is great.
Can I tell you about that? Can I tell you what probably happened
so
in that group
again,
chat?
real quick.
Yeah, I probably
Reggie,
said Savon wanted to use a spot. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was. I didn't know. I thought
Reggie.
you were doing like an interview maybe with somebody. Maybe he's doing
I
like
saw
an
that. Yeah,
interview.
yeah. I saw it yesterday. I was
Reggie.
like, oh, he's doing a one-on-one.
Like a
series.
one-on-one. That's what I thought.
Reggie,
Yes.
I apologize.
I just feel like no. I just feel like
to me.
if
I'm
we
so
didn't
serious.
if we didn't bring it up in the chat,
So
would you have felt like any type of way?
No.
Exactly.
Because
So,
I didn't know y'all felt the way, but when you say it,
Because
then
fuck
I'm like,
they feelings,
When
right?
she says it,
Nobody else got
am I
feelings.
not
Nobody
here?
wanted to talk about Will Smith here first, right?
Am I-
Never us.
Am I clear?
yo, you knew.
No, I didn't.
You should have known.
Should have known,
That
bro.
is like
I
talking
didn't
to
know
a
that
wall,
Armand
like-
was gonna sit in this seat and beat
should've
me
known.
for the day.
You should have
I
known.
did not know.
And it was called a bonus. Yo, anybody who's
No,
doing
because we
content,
didn't talk about it
and
first.
That's that
bonus,
semantics.
It had our same artwork. It was the
Nah,
it was
did it?
nah. I was like,
That's
that's
some
our
fire
artwork.
artwork, though, too.
It was amazing.
We want to use that today.
Yes, it was amazing. You're lying.
But I'm feeding the
it was
streets.
the same MLA format that you post on Twitter.
You from Brooklyn. You from your hood.
Absolutely,
Like, you gotta feed the
absolutely,
streets.
absolutely.
I feed
Gotta
the
give 'em
streets.
something.
I just
Yeah,
want to
but we could have
know.
done that
but-
today. Like, what
So y'all
was
really
the rush?
feel like y'all can't speak about Will and Chris
No,
Rock?
we're gonna kill it
Yeah.
today. We just have to get in your ass.
I only got
Pause.
one thing. I'm only gonna give you
yo,
one
say
good
pause,
take.
relax.
How about that, buddy?
You just gonna give
See,
me
one
one
thing
good
about
one.
me, let me tell you something. I'm straight. Nothing. Like, no, because one of my friends was trying to do that this week. That's all of that. Hey, yo, I like women.
Wait, what?
It doesn't.
Wait, what happened?
Wait, what?
Wait, where are we?
Because I said, because I'm gonna repeat it.
Yo, his transition.
But you be having
You
to
are
say-
literally the sex symbol on the
Nah,
pod.
don't say that.
Wait,
Where
we
you
know
at?
you
Nah,
like women.
huh?
What are you
Where
talking
Nah,
about?
because just now when y'all was, arguing with each other, I was like, yo, we just had to get in Savon ass real quick.
But
But
stop saying
and I
that
hit him with a
again.
pause right after.
But you don't gotta do it again.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
You don't gotta say that
You know
again.
where we were.
I heard you.
But see, I ain't gonna lie. That's what's cool about getting to a lot of 20s, 30s and shit. You don't be giving a fuck. I'm straight.
Yeah, I bet.
Salute to everybody though.
Yo,
Now let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
I want to.
Hold on. When you get my age, I ain't gonna say how old. You get mad again. So for you, yeah. But fuck
Yeah, you
all
go
that.
through like a little zen period, and then it's like, you know what?
You know what?
Let me shake some shit up. But also, I think it's getting lost in like, because you keep bringing up how like, you know, he had a different perspective and all that, and we keep acknowledging it was an amazing episode. I like listened to it on the way here and stuff.
It was
so,
great.
but we're not saying like the quality of the episode.
No.
You have to like communicate
Yeah.
what is gonna happen, or else we get blindsided,
Yeah, we get blindsided.
on our
You're right.
own show. It's
Especially
like,
when you
'cause
step
I
up the
was so
clip.
I was so excited to talk about this shit, and now like I don't know, like people.
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie to
he
you.
took
I'm
that. You
not
took
gonna
that
lie.
Like I
from
feel
me.
like Stevon,
Dev,
you just
yo,
wanted to
you
talk
gotta
about
You
it.
stop.
selfish,
You
bro.
took it from me.
Like, you
took
really
this
wanted to
Will Smith
conversation.
only for you, huh? Because you read his book. That's what getting me, because the nigga keep. Oh, I read his
Yo,
book.
Savon's
I read, so
favorite
you the only
actor-
nigga that could care about Will, right?
Savon's favorite actor is Jim Carrey.
I feel it.
Facts.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
we gonna
sir.
talk about Jim Carrey today too. You gonna have to
yeah,
answer for
see?
mad shit,
Bro, I'm not.
For mad shit.
What he did.
I'm not gonna lie.
All right, but look.
I just want to really, really apologize to Reggie.
Yo, what
You
the?
don't say-
So fucking sorry, bro. Like, yo,
No,
I'm
but
so
Savon,
sorry.
you said you
can't
didn't. You wouldn't have
apologize
said
to men,
anything.
it's all
We
right.
didn't bring it
because
up.
honestly, I didn't.
So I feel
I
like it's
didn't
not
think
coming
about
from the
that.
heart.
And I think this is a real moment to
He's
learn.
making
Like,
sure.
yo,
He's like,
black men,
Reggie.
please understand. Like, when you apologize, make sure you do it with intent. Like, we talk about intention on these
And
things.
you're not.
And nah, my intention is to apologize to you. You won't take my shit.
Because you said if we never said anything, you're gonna be like, no.
No, because
So
I
because
didn't
you did
know.
that at HMD, is I should have known.
Bro, you got cameras on your phone that see everything that comes
you
in and
act
out
like
of
I'm
this
at
bitch.
home like this.
Yeah, why don't you? If I had a business, I'll be watching y'all niggas on my camera. The fuck?
Who's there today?
Nah, you don't get, y'all don't get no pass. But no, seriously. In a moment of honesty and transparency, if y'all felt like
See, yo,
You're not gonna
no.
You better
I'm
give
sorry
Dev his.
you felt that
Yeah,
way.
nah, Dev go, I'm not gonna front. If you about to whip.
Tyrese talk to
What more do you want from me? What more do you want from me?
I wrote the bar
I know.
What?
for this nigga.
Yeah. No, seriously, I didn't mean that for anybody. I thought it was a real hot topic, and you know, we're trying to be one of those prominent podcasts. We're trying to be one of those prominent places. So I would have loved to done that with you guys, and since I didn't, I took it from a different angle. I never meant to set it up to like, oh, we're gonna do it's a replacement pod. It's none of that. Like, I love the people that I did it with, and again, we had different. That's it.
Yo, Dev
That's
is
it.
great.
I love y'all.
Nah,
and again,
but on an
I-
honest
I-
note
I-
though, y'all really did kill it though. Honestly,
Thank you,
I think that's honestly why we just came in like, wow, well they just wrapped it up, huh?
Yeah,
Shout out
no
to Natalie, shout out to Armand, shout out to Anthony Moore,
Everybody.
Shout out to y'all.
Y'all definitely did that.
Yeah,
Nigga,
we did that.
My
Yeah.
mother is
No,
gonna,
they did that.
My mother
The fuck is he talking
is
about?
gonna.
I'm saying
is
that
gonna
all
talk
day.
to me about this. I know she is.
What?
Because she watches every episode.
And he does. And she
And
does.
she gonna be like, yo,
I
is
thought you were
everything
joking. I thought you were
okay?
joking.
No,
What you
I
about
wasn't
to do?
kidding. I've been
Look what
showing
you do.
Word, I've been showing y'all lately. My mom's watching. Yo, she's really
know.
watching
Sorry,
this
Mom.
shit. Like,
Look what you
Yo,
do.
mom, Devon's mom, I want to apologize to you and Reggie. Like, I'm so sorry.
I'ma hear this.
I'm so sorry that your son was so busy that day that he
Get
just
me over
couldn't be
again.
here.
Yo,
You know what I'm
Dev
saying?
really
Like,
be
y'all was
like-
just so busy. I ain't gonna lie though. Where was y'all at yesterday? Back to back.
I'm fucking done.
I'm coming back to back on you niggas.
I'm fucking
Nah.
done.
No, 'cause-
Anyway,
no,
need to
'cause-
know pod-
no,
Yo,
because
we
you
not
said
done.
no. You
We
spent
not
the
done.
Now,
Okay.
Reggie, no.
No,
You're
okay,
not
yeah,
gonna
we're
let
done.
the woman. You're not gonna cut my friend off.
Now we're
Go
done.
ahead,
We're
friend.
done.
Finish
We're
your
done.
shit, and
We're
we're gonna
done.
get into
We're
Will.
done.
No,
Okay.
hold on. Before you go, friend. No, you wanna know why he all comfortable?
Why?
Because he had a whole episode yesterday.
So he
now,
good.
Yeah, he good. He
You got
all
your
his
pot
shit up.
out. You got
he
your
potted out.
You caught your nut.
Reggie, say what you were saying. You caught your nut, nigga.
That's what you trying to
union,
say.
Yeah, this is union
I know
delegate
how that
talking.
go.
Fuck out of here. Report all your needs to me. This is union delegate.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, you trying to fuck up Alex and Reggie's streak? That's true.
I apologize.
Okay.
I didn't
I'm
miss
sorry.
a pod ever until now.
Until
You would
he
never miss a
told you
pod.
not to come.
But anyway, speaking of that,
Shout out to you,
since
bro.
today is March 30th, and you're by the time you guys listen to this, March 31st. Shout out to our podiversary.
Oh, we made it. Oh, wait.
Look
We
what
didn't
you
even-
did on our
wait, watch this.
podiversary.
But this is what I
Look
do
what you
when
did
we
on
do
our
it.
podiversary.
lying. It's our
I had
podiversary.
I had sound effects.
Nigga, I could clap.
Yo, it's the anniversary when we first started.
No,
I
on
could
March
clap.
31st last year was the day we recorded.
Yo, you fuck
Wow.
you fuck somebody
But see-
else on our fucking anniversary.
Yeah,
That's
no,
how I-
yeah, that's what we
that's
do.
how
That's what we
I-
do.
I'm a real
nigga. Why
Wow.
can't you come back?
That's yo.
What?
Wait, hold
Came
on.
back?
Nah, we might have to look at this with a different lens.
The reason why I don't accept the
Wow.
apology because you keep doubling back.
doubling
Like,
apologize to
you.
No, she won it for the team. She's in the union.
So how about this? Tell him stop speaking, then I won't talk like this no more.
What?
Because I apologize to you.
No, he's
only.
on my side. No.
Hey, yo, as the union delegate, I ain't clearing that. Nah.
Nah, man. I love you.
Who I work for?
I don't know. Dev, you really feel the way?
I would like. I just want you to say something like, yo,
No,
bro.
don't say it,
okay.
Quinn.
Nah, for real,
We're just blindsided. Like, yo, bro, you ain't telling. Yo,
did,
I'm gonna
though.
get a whole new gas.
I didn't get
Yo,
a
we
whole.
woke up and saw the real. Like, I want
But
people to
listen.
understand. Like, we could work with other people. We could invite 2 other hosts while 2 are absent. Like, we do that, but we just tell each other.
we
like,
But
always
she's
that's
talk about
it.
justified.
Like,
I get that, Reggie. I understand.
I'm done.
Nah, give it
All
to
right, listen. This is the last thing I'm gonna
crazy
say,
when
and then
your girl
let's
do
talk
that.
about the
Last thing,
week.
last thing.
I know we got HMD Studios to promote. Purpose C Moss is coming back. We got a lot of things we got to talk about.
Mutiny.
I will say this. Life is about perspective, guys.
oh my god!
Will
And we
Smith.
see
Like-
your
Them
friends.
words don't work
Life
with me,
is
nigga.
about
I be in my head.
perspective, guys.
Keep it, Will.
That's all I know. That's all I know. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. It's what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. I don't even know if I'll be on this podcast going forward. Like, they might do a vote and kick me out.
Lying your ass
I don't
off.
know
You'll be
what's
right. You
happening.
love the pod, remember?
I do.
Nah,
you'll be here.
Because he couldn't
Love
wait
the
48
He
hours.
couldn't
but-
wait. Couldn't hold a nut.
Yo, y'all sound jealous.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
You cheated us on our podversary.
You cheated. It's our anniversary. You cheated
That's the
on us.
definition of
with you?
gaslighting.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because we weren't talking about jealousy. We
might
were
be
just
out.
talking about communication.
And then he switched it.
But now he's like, oh, you jealous.
Nigga, I'm a guy. I know how to do that.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He be forgetting.
Hello.
But luckily, there is a lot to talk about. Y'all ready?
I mean,
Because
Why
I
don't you
got
kick it off? Kick it off, Potter.
No. He potted all day yesterday.
let him kick it off.
No.
Because I can't wait.
He potted all day yesterday.
yo, they're gonna think we're
Might
breaking
be
up
it.
for real.
But-
guys.
No.
We gotta stop.
Whose fault is that?
Y'all put mad
I love this.
sauce on it.
I love this. Nah, I love this.
mad sauce
Gangsta,
on
my need
this.
to know family know me. They know everything. Beautiful.
Y'all put mad sauce.
Who did that? Who put the marinara in the pot? What the fuck is we talking about? What the fuck is he? I'm gonna keep saying that today. What is he talking
Wait,
about?
just lighthearted. What's your
Anyway.
favorite pasta sauce? Because you just said sauce. I just want to switch up the mood.
I like regular tomato.
I'm being so dead ass. I want to know. I want to know.
I
Please.
like
I'm ghetto.
regular
I like
tomato.
Alfredo sauce.
like
Okay,
regular
I like that
tomato.
too because everyone shits on it, but I love it.
I love it too.
I'm a marinara hoe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you a weird nigga for that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
If
Weird
you look
niggas
at a
win.
whole pasta menu and order shrimp
he talking
scampi,
Nah, Reggie,
That's
you
judge-
gotta stop doing that.
oh, I did that already.
Shrimp
I just have an
scampi is
agenda.
okay. It's not nothing wrong with shrimp scampi.
Yes, there is.
No, it's not.
Devon, there's something wrong with you.
No, it's not. I like shrimp scampi. That's why.
But
How many
out of the
times you had
whole
shrimp scampi
menu,
in
you
your
would
life?
order that?
I would sometimes I've ordered a
Oh,
shrimp
that's
scampi.
crazy.
Devon, how many times
Anyway.
you had shrimp scampi in your life?
A lot. I've had a lot of shrimp
They
scampi.
analyze all them fucking times. You need to look yourself in the mirror and think about all other meals you could have been ingesting.
Exactly.
Not in those places. Shrimp scampi felt the safest.
See, that's what.
shrimp
Okay, you know what?
scampi
That's
is
all I
the
want.
safest
Okay,
meal
that's
in
all
the
I want to
Because you
establishment.
can't fuck that up. You
We
can't
gotta get
fuck
out of
up
this.
shrimp
Yes, you can.
scampi.
It
It's
could be
oil,
bland.
it's
No, you can fuck it
pepper,
up.
noodles, and shrimp. You can't fuck it
Alright,
So
up.
where
why
if
would
you
you
get the-
order that when you could order like a spicy vodka sauce? You know, like I don't know.
Not from these
I don't
places
understand.
sometime that I was in. I
I'm
didn't
I feel
trust
you.
them.
I'm not mad.
I'm
Okay.
not doing that. Certain
get
places
it.
I don't play with seafood. Well,
Okay.
that is seafood. But
I'm good now.
Thank you for that icebreaker. We need a little icebreaker, Reggie. Thank
Reggie,
you.
are we good?
I don't know.
yo, this nigga is out of control.
No, Devon Terrell, we
Nah,
good.
but
no,
you know,
Dev,
no,
Dev,
but
are we
Savon,
good? Are
you
we
know how
good?
it be when you and your girl just get into an argument and then you be over it and then
Nah, I
you
know.
gotta wait for her to be cool with
That's
it.
a fact.
I'm
Until
waiting.
she feel that way, that's when shit get popping. You cheat on us
No,
on
the
our
thing is,
podversary. They
I
not
be
there
over
yet.
things as long as I get the chance to confront it. I'm very confrontational.
Yeah.
Like if
I wanna-
something's bothering, if there's an
I wanna
elephant in the
confront.
room,
I feel it.
people think I'm like, you know, but I'm really not. Once I want to say something, I'll say it.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I was
facts.
just waiting until a person, and now
Yeah.
we talked it out, and now we talk about, you know.
All right.
Okay.
Well, he apologized to you.
No,
so.
I'm kidding.
Nah,
I'm fine.
I apologize.
That's
Honestly,
really
I want to apologize to some of the listeners too who are a little.
They
confused.
was, yo, they was,
Yeah,
they was.
yeah,
That's
they
Oh,
were-
no,
maybe
they were
not.
confused.
They were confused.
They were
They were
confused.
confused. Don't get it twisted.
So
It was
we
just
not bugging.
confusion. They were just like, yo,
Nah, 'cause
wait, who did?
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's also the way that the person who edited the clip. I ain't gonna say no names, but he got a mic today. The person that edited the clip,
Nah,
the
look,
way
You
he
are
did
complicit.
it. You know what I'm
Like-
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
How am I complicit? He
Yo,
was
and
like,
he
he
was
told
in
me
the
to,
he was
to
in the
cut
group
it.
chat. He was in the group chat like
He
while we were
challenged
shitting
me.
on it, and he was like, "Yeah." I'm like,
Pierre, you-
"Did you shoot this?" Like,
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, it
He
looked
tried.
amazing.
accomplice.
You got a mic today. I'm gonna keep it 100 with
yo,
you.
yo,
I ain't
bro.
never even seen them edits from you before, nigga. You been here 4 years.
Nah,
saying.
I was looking.
I never even seen them.
Nigga
shit.
said 4 years.
How
4
long?
years.
It's been 4 years.
Nah, it's
Like,
like
nah,
two and a half.
2.5, almost like
Okay.
2.5.
He went
I'm fucking with
crazy.
P. I'm fucking with P. But nah,
He went crazy.
we got some shit to talk about for real.
for real.
Oh, and we
Absolutely.
should have put this in the beginning,
Yeah.
but if you just could turn down your earphones a little bit, because we got a little passionate.
Sorry.
But I feel like this is a moment where we can be. You know?
Yeah, everything's
so just turn
love.
down your earphones.
And again, shout out to Armand Sadler, Anthony Moore,
Yes.
and Natalie for
Yes,
pulling
yes,
up.
yes,
It was a
yes.
dope special. I
Yes.
feel like we did cover a lot of topics. So thank y'all for pulling up. And y'all are extended family to the Need to Know
And
podcast.
Armand, after
And
the
treat them
intro,
like
he was
NCK
like,
fans.
"Yeah, what's up, Armand? Y'all know me." Because he's been on like 6 times.
Yeah, Armand is good. Armand's good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Yeah, man.
let's really get into
Our day.
everybody that's talking about the Will Smith, the Chris Rock. Honestly, I did choose the guests intentionally because I feel like they would give a different perspective. Like
Right.
having Anthony Moore being able to say, "Yo, I kind of have a." Not a relationship, but I'm familiar with Chris Rock because of the field that I'm in. I thought that was just kind of dope, where we have a different perspective. Like, but I do want to talk about it. I do want to open up
Absolutely.
that conversation.
I feel like before we even get started, I think we should kind of make some things clear, right? Sort of kind of what Devon was saying. I've heard a lot of stuff this week. I think that's the cool part about when our podcast releases. It's sort of like mid-end of the week, so you kind of get to hear some references. I kind of want to be very clear first, right? First things first, we're all hypocrites.
True.
I think I just feel like this conversation will flow a little bit better if we just say some of these things up front.
Up front. Very true. Very
Because
true.
I'm starting to realize in these talks and these conversations, a lot of the nuances are lost or not accounted for. So I definitely want to start off with we are all hypocrites, and that's okay because we're human.
Okay.
Okay. Now I don't know.
I love that you say that.
It's important to say, bro, because it's a lot of people. They'll literally give you one opinion on this subject, and their next 2 topics contradicts
the fuck out of
But
the
you want
other
to know what's
one.
good about that?
What?
We're human, and that's the point I really want to make here today. My fault.
Well, no, you ain't even gotta say that because I'm gonna piggyback off of that point. We are all human.
Right.
Chris Rock got slapped because Will Smith is human.
Is that an excuse?
The reason that this whole thing is big is because we see these A-list stars and we're like, oh my God, they're celebrities. Oh my God, he's the greatest in the world. Oh my God, I've never seen so much money in my life. Like, we see these people as otherworldly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was a real point of emphasis when Will Smith joined Instagram because he was like one of the first A-list actors that broke that wall of mystique. You know what I'm saying? Like him, Denzel Washington, fucking Brad Pitt, that class of actors, we don't
Leonardo.
see them. You know what I'm saying? Will Smith was the first person to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna open up my doors a little bit."
And I was hating. You
was hating.
I'm
Yo, you hate on everything I love.
Yo, change the shit you love.
Kim
It's like,
K,
nah.
like, this nigga hate on everything I
Yo,
love.
change the shit you love. It's like,
Was that it?
imagine telling a nigga to change the shit he love.
him being human, are you saying that
Yeah.
is that an excuse to
No.
for
It's a
that
reason.
to be like that?
It's-
a
yeah,
It
it's
don't
a
gotta
reason.
be
I
an
don't think
excuse,
it's
but
an
it's a reason to
excuse.
slap the shit out of somebody.
Okay, it is a reason for sure.
He didn't even think it was an excuse himself because he apologized. So he wasn't like, yeah.
True.
All right,
wasn't
a lot of
an
the reason. Let me. All right, I think what I'm about to say is
I'm
gonna
gonna say
Go.
one thing. man.
go.
At the way I feel about it, and who gives a fuck about my opinion? I want to say that first and foremost.
I
right?
give a
The
fuck.
people listening.
Cool. If you do, you do. If you don't, it's all good. I'm an idiot.
Like, people tune in every week because they give
To
a fuck
hear
about
you.
you.
He couldn't
That's
tell. He
true,
wasn't on the last
that's true.
up.
Yeah, I wasn't here. I think it's obvious. I think it's
Yo, we're
obvious.
never letting this
We're
go.
never letting
This
it go.
is great. I love
think
that.
it's obvious, and I don't think that Will should have smacked Chris Rock on stage. Okay, that's my opinion. I don't think that he should have smacked him on stage in front of the entire world. I don't think he should have did that. Do I understand why he smacked him? Absolutely, I understand why he smacked him. But where my issue resides is that it sets a very dangerous precedent for comedians,
It doesn't.
for entertainers. It doesn't.
I don't think
It doesn't.
so.
But I'm gonna let you keep going.
I don't
bro.
think
It
so.
doesn't
I don't,
set-
I don't think so.
Okay,
I gotta hear
so
where
let
you're
me
coming
talk.
from,
Let me
though.
speak.
But, yeah,
Let me hear
but
where
okay,
you're
so
coming
let me
from.
finish.
Yeah,
So let me talk
yeah.
from an entertainer standpoint,
absolutely.
right?
Oh, yeah.
When we do things like crowd work and when we're in the crowd and we're with fans and stuff like that, and we write these songs, some songs that may be considered offensive. It's my art. Some people may be offended by it. Some people might not agree with my art when I put it on display. But at the same time, you decided to sit in front of me and have me express myself in front of you, correct? Okay. If that moment right there is championed, where, you know, obviously he hit Chris Rock and stuff like that. And I understood. I was like, damn, I hear that. Like, and I understand where it came from. But it, at the same time, as an entertainer, it makes me go, yo, bro, everybody else, y'all don't think this is cool. You can't do that to, like, entertainers on stage. Like, I don't want that. Like, I can't imagine what comedians are thinking.
See, I appreciate this perspective though, because you know this is a guy that's
but
been
it
on
but it is
stages.
a perspective, right?
Absolutely.
It's a perspective. And I
Absolutely.
understand if you're not an entertainer, a comedian, you don't give a fuck, probably. But when I look at it on the other side, I go, damn, if I was a comedian, I'd be a little bit pretentious in the sense of, yo, I hope nobody gets a bright idea to be the next to try me on stage when I make a joke, because that's a thing that comedians do, and that art it's a sacred art as far as being protected and being able to express yourself. But so you, what I'm asking you is, do you honestly believe that there's no one out there that is saying to themselves, if a comedian does that to me, I'm applying the pressure just like that? Like, do you think that environment is not created here at all?
I think that environment has always existed.
Yeah.
And I feel like
For all things.
Yeah, I feel like in that environment it's always existed. And I also think the only reason that Will Smith was able to even get that close to Chris Rock is because he is Will Smith. In a lot of instances, most people can't even get on that stage, or the comedian is in self-defense mode. You have to understand it's both sides. There's two sides to it. So yes, as a crowd member, you can feel away, but as somebody on stage, and you're not a comedian, you're an entertainer in a different way, but as somebody on stage, if you point at somebody, you have to anticipate that they're going to feel some type of way, and you cannot control how people react. You cannot control how people react.
But I feel like at the same time, it's a dangerous thing to excuse that. Like,
it's not. I'm not excusing
because guess what, Savon? When I'm on stage, my nigga,
all.
and usually comedian 300 people max. I'm not saying the fucking theaters where it's a bunch of security. All of us don't have that blessing to have all of that security.
Yeah.
A nigga right here can jump right on that stage and put work in and get off before anybody even comes up and touch me.
What incentivizes him to get up on that stage to do anything to you? If you're there, if he's there to be entertained by you, what is going to make him want to do something to you other than you poking or instigating or antagonizing him to get up on that stage? People are going to shows to be entertained. So now if you make me a part of your show and I don't like it, now I have the choice to react however I want to react.
We're talking about comedy.
And I'm glad you brought that up. Let's stay here.
The Oscars is not a comedy show.
Let's stay right there.
It's an award ceremony where you decided to use me as a fucking punching bag like you did 4 years ago, and I'm not with the shit.
I understand that.
Sure.
By the way, I
Sure.
understand that.
Sure.
I understand that. But the act that was committed in that moment, that shouldn't have happened. I understand.
Respect that.
I understand. Like,
Sure.
I get it, bro.
Sure.
Like, real talk, I don't know how I would have reacted. Real talk, I can't even say like, oh, I would never do that. I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not saying that.
Respect.
But what I'm saying is the mere fact that he even apologized himself is letting you know that after having clarity of the situation, damn, that wasn't the right move for me to do.
Sure.
Real talk, and I look at it like this. We're not even talking about Will Smith winning the fucking Oscar.
Yeah, no.
Like, that shit bothered me. I was like, yo, he won his first fucking Oscar. Like, that's my first tweet that I tweeted. I said, yo, this is his first Oscar? Like, holy shit. But all of that is overshadowed.
Yeah.
Everything.
No, you're right. But this is my thing, bro, right? I think what kind of what bothers me with all of this is just essentially where it's just like, fuck, you were making a great point. I had something to piggyback on.
As far as comedians, the
yes,
precedent.
comedians.
The precedent, yeah,
Yes,
the
that's
precedent.
exactly. You know, I'm starting to realize that everybody is only identifying as their career. Like, this week has really.
It's a lot. It's been a lot of different.
But it's a good psychology for me, because I love to study people.
Right.
And seeing the feedback this week has made me realize that people really only identify with what they do for work. And I think that's a very dangerous place to solely pull your shit from. Because a lot of the times now we don't pull from the humanality, and it's hard for us to even imagine humanality, right? Okay. So what you're saying is right. I'm gonna keep it a whole 100 with you. Violence. We could talk about the violence later on a jokey tip. That ain't no fucking violence.
That ain't violence.
But I get it.
To us,
Leave your hands
niggas
on.
get smacked every day.
Right, I get it.
I hear you.
I get it.
I hear
you shouldn't be putting your hands on someone, right?
I
That's
hear
what
you.
they should.
It's a violent act, but
Sure.
it's
To
not
us-
violence. Like,
to-
we're not
I
looking
hear-
at it
But I
right.
hear
Sure.
you. Right.
Sure.
As an adult, let me be an adult.
Yeah.
I know
Because-
what you. I know what y'all saying.
Yeah, I
know what y'all
think
saying.
this comedian thing at this point has solely become a cop out, because I feel like a comedian is the only person that's only allowed to say anything.
Yep.
That's a little bit, and that's why I started this thing off. Everybody is hypocritical, and that's okay because we human. That's my really problem with that. Oh, but he's a comedian. He's a comedian. No. He or she or whoever they identify as is a person first. Okay? So I feel like this little thing we attaching on to, oh, this is what comedians supposed to do. We don't do that for anybody else in their other jobs. So, all of a sudden, when comedians that's one job.
One job.
That is one job.
That's how it's been.
And that's how.
But that don't necessarily make it right. And
For
that's what
years.
But my thing is though, identifying with what you do.
I want to make sure
You
I'm not
bigger than that.
saying what he did.
Sure.
Because that was, I get it. Like after knowing everything about Jada and stuff like that, it's like, yo,
Sure.
little left, my G. But what I'm saying is, as far as moving forward, not everybody is that smart to pick up nuance. Like, hey, that right there, this thing, I'm identifying with you in the craft of everything. That was a little iffy. Not everybody is that smart. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. There may be some dude who be like, oh, that's your girl? And a dude might rise up. And I'm telling you, like I know some little backyard, little bullshit ass little club. This has already happened. Like they saw that and was like, I dare a nigga to say something to me.
But
and
well,
maybe it's a good thing. Maybe we should That's
have
not a good thing.
Maybe
Okay,
it
not
is
a good thing,
That's
but
not a good thing.
Maybe there's a. I'll let you go. Right?
Dev is talking about
I'll let
how
you
like
go.
so when you are receiving a joke, now you're saying like now that we see this, now this may influence somebody to be like, oh, you know what? I saw Will Smith do it, so now I can, that's
Because-
what you're saying.
And I'm saying that because of how social media at the same time is championing it.
Yeah.
So it'd be different if we're like, hey, that was wrong. But it's another when all we see it and when this first happened, all we seen was that's right. You got to do what you got to do.
No, I think
let's
people were
stay
saying
there.
like, oh, I get exactly what you're saying. They were like, oh, I get why he did it.
Yeah.
But I think on the other perspective, which I don't know if Saywan was about to go here, but maybe on the comedian's perspective, instead of being like, yes, being worried, be like, oh shit, that could happen to me, but maybe thinking twice about the types of joke you're making.
Sure.
Like, why is that
And
joke?
there we go right
why
there.
is that specific joke? Why aren't we talking about how that was like? Why did he say that? Like,
Got
he
you.
doesn't have to like be covered by that comedian
and I said
blanket.
this. I said this yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Right? I said this yesterday.
Now we know.
That's definitely.
Now
Shout
we
out to you.
know.
I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to you. You know what it is. You know, nigga, I'm back to back. Nigga, I'll say it again.
Shout out to you.
I'll say it again, nigga. I'm back
Yesterday.
to back.
Yesterday.
But
Same
anyway,
time.
one of the things about it, like I've been super open and honest about some of my insecurities personally that I've been through because I want people to feel comfortable in their own skin.
Right.
So I'm very vocal about when I was younger, I catered my life around wearing a hat because I was like, damn, my shit is being pushed back. I'm 23 years old. What the fuck is that? Like, that was the thing that I live by. So now we looking at Jada.
Okay.
Front and center of the Oscars with one of the most famous men in the world, married to the most famous men in the world. She's been open about a condition that she suffers from.
Right.
Whether you know it or not, you cannot predict how I'm going to react when you make fun of my insecurity.
Got you.
There's been niggas at jobs that I've had, at warehouses, wherever the case may be. Jokes, oh yeah, we gonna pull Savon's hat off, ha ha ha. My hairline all the way back. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
What is we doing? Now, if I punch that nigga in his face, am I wrong? Why are you playing with me like that? Don't play with me like that.
So here's my question to you now,
And,
right?
and then real quick, can I add another layer? Can I
ahead.
add just one more layer?
Go ahead.
And Reggie, I need you to back me up because you fuck with Will Smith
I
on the
do.
same way.
I do too. I
And
love
you read
Will.
his book? Have you read?
I haven't read his book.
I'm not trying to, like,
I know you wasn't trying to pull
Because the
the
hair
card.
thing,
Nah,
the
I
hair
love
thing,
Will
could be,
Smith.
the hair thing
I
could be
love-
looked at as a little tone deaf coming off the documentary
It's
he did.
tone deaf.
Hey,
It could
and
be
then-
looked at
okay.
as a little tone deaf.
Okay,
And
go ahead.
also,
Go
Will
ahead.
Smith has been very vocal about all of his life. He has felt like a coward. There's been moments in his
Yeah.
life where he's watched his father
yeah.
beat his
I seen
mom.
that. I seen
and
that.
He did nothing but stand by. And
I
he
seen
felt
that.
like a coward.
I seen
when
that.
he was coming up in the 80s and we had Ice Cube and we had all these gangster rap.
heard that.
The transition of gangster rap was when he was a rapper and everybody was cursing. Everybody was thug life. I'll fuck your bitch.
He was big
fuck
with
the
it.
cops.
He was no curses.
hey, mama, like,
Yes.
like he was
Yes.
one of those guys. And he
That
got
album was
clowned
more
on
than
for that.
Right.
Just a few years ago. Think about it. The man's career started in the 80s. He been getting clowned on in the 80s. The last thing that we collectively, and when I say we, I mean social media, I mean society, that we collectively joked on him on was his wife having an entanglement. We all know what entanglement means.
Yeah, that was
the
tough.
nigga was dropping dick off in your girl in your crib, and you ain't did nothing about it because y'all got a situation that y'all haven't said to the world. But August let niggas know I was fucking your bitch.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So now, because now I gotta give it to you in layman's terms, because y'all niggas is talking to me like I'm going crazy.
No,
So
we're
all
not.
of
I
this-
don't think we're
all of
disagreeing
this-
with each other at all.
This is a good talk. Keep
No,
going.
no,
This
I
is a
don't
good
think we're
talk.
disagreeing with each
all
other.
of his pent up emotions of being a punching bag for 30 years.
Yeah.
Chris Rock was on the receiving end of it.
Okay. And now that moment overshadows one of his greatest accomplishments in his entire career.
Now let's stay right there.
So
Let's stay right. No,
but-
I have
but-
to contest
yo,
that.
guess
I
what?
have to contest
Savon,
that.
you're not wrong, my
I have
nigga.
to contest
you.
that.
Like you're not
Yeah,
wrong.
You
You're not
gotta say that with Savon.
Because guess what? We're human, right? We're human.
You gotta tell Savon he not wrong and
Hey,
proceed.
hey, Alex, you make mistakes, bro.
Absolutely.
Everyone here makes mistakes, right?
Yeah, too many.
But are they mistakes? And
Sure.
you shouldn't have done them, correct?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, so at the end of the day, what I say to you is, even as seeing him apologize, and I'm so glad we had time to let this breathe because I got to see that man apologizing. Good job, man. That was, you know, I didn't want to see you do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be real. I didn't want to see you do that. Yeah, I come from where I come from, and I get it. But I didn't want to see you do that, bro. So, but and then when I look at the situation with Jada and I say, damn, I understand. I totally understand why. Like, I get it. But at the end of the day, what is the thing that we're all talking about? What is the action that happened?
But that's what I wanna-
What is the problem at hand?
But that's
is what I'm just.
That's
like,
what I really
stay
want to
here,
answer
y'all.
though,
Like,
Dev.
I get it.
Dev, what really happened though? Do you forget Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
What about it?
Does the show go poof from your brain?
No, what do you mean? Elaborate. What you mean?
I'm gonna keep going. Hancock doesn't disappear away from me.
Yes.
I think you're alluding to this night, and my whole thing is like, I think a lot of people keep saying this was one of his biggest nights ever. By whose judge? Y'all. No, this is what we do a lot. We make things a big deal, and then we tell people, "Yo, these things are a big deal." And if you don't act right, we're gonna snatch that shit up. So I'm gonna repeat this question.
I'll let you finish.
Who knows if this is the
Please let me
biggest
say
one?
something.
Who knows if this is one of the? I know he's an actor. I know this is something that's highly heralded as an actor and actresses. I get all of that shit. But what after a certain dollar amount, a certain trigger in your brain, a certain life experience where shit don't even be looking like the same wins as they do to everybody else. So that's kind of where I kind of be getting a little triggered off that shit. I'd be like, I don't even know if this is really he considers this one of his biggest moments.
I'm not even.
I don't know what he been through.
Bro, this is a he was there to accept an award
Sure.
for a historical moment of a black man receiving
you have to.
Best Actor. We don't get that.
Sure we don't.
We don't ever get that.
But are we speaking from what we don't have, or maybe from a personal, like, bro? Because I know what it should
it's
look
our
like,
history.
but I don't know. I know, bro, and
our
I'm with
history.
you. But I'm with you, Deb. I'm speaking from I don't know how Will.
Sure.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
fucking don't know.
But we need to put himself
fucking
in
know.
Will's shoes, because if we start to put ourselves in Will's shoes,
Okay.
the things don't look as big or bright or glitzy as they do to us.
Perhaps. Cool.
Perhaps.
Cool. But
Just a perspective.
But let me let you know why. At the end of the day, I'm not saying I want to assume, but I'm going to assume that it meant something.
Sure.
Right? It
Sure.
meant
I like that.
something.
No, yeah.
He was there. He
Sure.
was front and center to receive an award. He even had the mother. I think the mother was there. Correct? The mother from the movie. Their mother was there.
I think she was
King
there.
Richard.
Yeah, I see
King
some
Richard.
pictures.
Yeah.
I think she was there. Some
I
of the
think they had
family
some of
was
the
there.
cast and
So I'm
ensemble
going to
there.
assume that there's something there that meant something. I'm going to assume. And when I look at that moment, I'm going to assume that that moment is something that you would want to cherish. That's something that you would want to, be a moment for everyone, because he had them there to share. It wasn't only just his family. He had their family there as well. And even in his speech, when he was bringing up the pops and how, love and all of these things, I said to myself, all right, I understand. What I'm saying is, I totally understand that he's human. I understand what the act that he did. Chris Rock isn't pressing any charges. I don't think they should
Nah, he took that shit like a chin. Word.
That's we're
gonna
not
get to
talking
that.
about
We're
that.
gonna get into that. We're gonna get to that.
I don't think he should get his award taken. I don't think he should go to jail.
Yeah,
I want to leave him alone.
But can I piggyback on what you just said?
Real quick, can I just get a word in?
Can I say
after you
one last
finish?
thing? I want to leave Will Smith. I'm talking about for me personally. I want to leave Will Smith alone. Does this make me look at him different? No. I say, wow, that was a man. He had a moment, and I'm giving him that. And I'm not boycotting his shit. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at a man that has a flawed moment, and I'm accepting him for his flaw. Unlike a lot of people, I have forgiveness. I actually practice that.
Right. I know
But
you
what
do.
I'm saying is, at the same time, that
Forgive me.
whatever. Forgive.
Thank you.
I need time with you.
Better forgive.
I need some time.
You better, forgive me.
But what I say to myself is, I don't want to keep speculating. I really want Will to get help in friendship and love.
Sure.
Because when in that man's speech, I got you. I'm giving it right to you. You already potted. Fuck out.
Yeah. I'm going next. What is he talking? Fuck is he
fuck out of
talking
here.
about?
Fuck out of here.
Yo, Dev was like,
What's
you
he
know what?
talking
No,
about?
fuck
fuck
you.
outta
Nah, good looking, Dev. Word, I'm on your side now.
In Will Smith's speech,
No, I ain't.
I think we all sense. We sense damage.
Yeah.
We sense trauma. We sensed a lot of things that have been building up inside of him. And I understood that. And I said, yo, man, I hope that, at the end of the day, and you enjoy your award and stuff like that, that you get the help that you deserve.
Sure.
From all of this shit that you've dealt with in your life. But enjoy your moment, and that's it. I'm not mad at Will Smith.
And
I'm
I know
not
you're
mad
not.
at
I'm
Will
definitely
Smith, bro.
not.
This
No,
is
I
what
know
I want
at
to
all.
add. I want to piggyback off of what Alex was saying about moments, right? what if this was the moment for him?
Yeah.
As somebody
yeah.
who's
overcome
lived
the-
in
yeah.
fear, as somebody who's felt like, yo, I'm a bitch. Like, he might as well have said that in his book.
Life
the word
moments.
Coward, the
Life
word
moments.
coward was a staple in his life and
things
in
we
his book,
created.
and it's from him. And again, we talk about this on the pod. I know Reggie is super familiar with Will, and I've talked about, me just following his journey over the last 2 years because it just resonated with me. I don't know why. I can't explain it.
Right.
My brother's here. On Christmas, I'm going around, hey, anybody read Will Smith's book? I'll gift you Will Smith's book. Because it just touched me on a different level. And I didn't know why, and I still don't know why. But I do know reading that book, it gives me a little bit more insight. And anybody who's read the book, I started my freaking therapy session with
Will
the
Smith?
Will Smith book.
I know
My
she-
therapist, remember I told y'all, I searched for a black therapist purposely so I could have moments like this
that.
where I could say something and she's
she
like,
know.
oh, yeah, I read Will's
Yeah.
book
I'm
too.
familiar, I'm familiar.
And now we just having a fucking, the conversation is flowing.
Got you.
You
That's
know what
good.
I'm saying? It's just easy to go because it was just that impactful.
Right.
But again, just going back to what Alex was saying, like, what if the Oscars was cool. I was there for that. But I would much rather have my pride, my dignity, my wife and my family look at me as the man that I always
it.
kind of
I
wanted
understand.
to be.
I understand that.
To add to that,
Understand
Samuel L. Jackson been acting damn near 70 years. His first one he just received.
Yeah.
Will Smith just received his first one.
Tough. It's a tough one.
Do I need the Oscars to tell me they great?
No.
But see, that's where my brain kind of gets triggered when we keep saying, not you, I've heard this on the internet. Oh, at a place like that. Oh, what, like this and it, like what are y'all telling me right now? Are you meaning to tell me there's a certain group of people that literally can tell us how to act and act when we're the great ones? When we're also great? Let me correct myself.
This is a different conversation, by the way.
Absolutely
This is
different
different.
conversation, and I don't want to even
In
get
my
into that
opinion,
far.
this
You get
is
what I'm
different.
saying?
Right.
I don't want to
Because
even
I have
get
a
that
different opinion.
Sure.
Like I'm with you.
Then go
on that.
Shoot.
As far as awards and accolades and us not putting so much onus on these things, absolutely. I don't think we should be putting so much onus on these types of things.
Yeah.
But I'd be sitting here and I'd be a liar
Yeah.
if I didn't say they meant something. They didn't mean anything.
So, but let's break that down though. What do they
mean something.
What is the? I know they
Stop
do.
it.
No, they
They
do.
mean something.
Stop
They
it.
do.
They
But
do.
what
Stop
is?
it.
All right. So let me.
Because-
Y'all want to get into Alex's world real quick?
Yo, Alex,
Can we
if
go
I
into Alex's
add,
world
let
real
me-
quick?
Can I say something to you?
Yes.
Can I say
yes,
something to you?
Yes. Yes.
In the game of playing the game,
Yes.
because I am a believer in that, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm not going to talk so much. I'll talk shit and
yeah.
I'll stand on my integrity, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk so much shit about something that I know at the end of the day could add value to what I got going on. I can say, yo, fuck that. I don't care about that. But guess what? If you want to give it to me, give it to me. I'll
Oh
take
no, but
that.
when Dev wins a Grammy, we're all gonna be on stage.
You damn
know?
right. And guess what? For me to put Grammy winning artists, you know how much, my price becomes? Do you know the
Absolutely.
rooms?
And I wanna stay
I get
there.
the going. So for me, I understand.
Sure.
But I want everybody, I want to just let everybody know, in this life, if you decide to have a career in something, you are playing a game.
You are definitely
You decide to enter a game. And I'm not saying you play by the rules and be a fucking, stand up and blah,
He's
blah,
been
blah.
playing the game 30 years.
That's right. And
That's
that's
a
fun.
long game.
But what I don't want to sit here and do is pretend like this shit don't matter to everybody.
It
to,
matters.
To everybody.
It matters.
All right,
There's
can I
something
be
there.
honest?
We just did
Can I
our
be
pitch
honest?
deck and we kind of listed our awards.
Nah, I gotta be mad honest.
It's
I ain't gonna
the
lie.
Y'all
come
gonna
on.
make me give it up in here.
Hey,
matters.
what
I don't wanna
hey,
be this honest.
Your accomplishments, if you're gonna
I'm about
sit
to
here and
give it
say
up
your
in here.
accomplishments don't mean shit to you,
I'm about to give it up.
my
in here.
friend.
Put it like this,
I'm-
real
I'm
quick
gonna
before,
be doing
before
here.
you go.
Okay, but
before
I
you go
don't think
crazy.
Alex said that. Like, he didn't say accomplishments don't mean shit.
But-
and you're also saying they do matter. So like, we're doing the thing where like
yeah,
both.
yeah. We're not, because it shouldn't be. We shouldn't be like, I got the pinnacle of everything. I'm not saying it's the pinnacle. What I'm saying is it does mean something.
There's two things. Normally, like
To
when it's
me,
me and Alex going back and
opinion.
forth, how y'all always kind of like break it down and see the nuance in the conversation.
Yes,
I
it is
think
a
y'all are
nuance.
saying two things. I think Alex is saying I don't care, which
Sure.
is okay for you not to care, but you cannot care and it still matter. Like those two things can be true. You know what I'm saying? Like because just for those reasons. If we get an award as a podcast, it matters because we can say, hey, this is what we do. This is the audience. This is the value.
Right.
And sure, we don't care about the value that they place on us.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we was just talking about a prestigious DJ off air. And you was like, yo, bro, the guest that I didn't want on the show went on that DJ show. And he was like, yo, we better than them now? And in my head, I'm like, bro, we hotter than that nigga. I don't give a fuck who he is. It doesn't matter. But some people still care. So I think it's a nuance in the conversation that y'all
It's a
having.
very small little nuance.
You know,
small.
You know what it is though. You know what? Then I think I'm an alien. So let me speak from my alien brain.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna really keep it a whole thousand with y'all. This is wholeheartedly how I feel.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be too cool. I'm not like this is genuinely how I really feel, bro. I made a comment on this podcast a few months ago. I said nothing really matters. That sounded really fucking dark. And in hindsight, I wish I would have said it a certain way. Okay. Because that's not really what I mean. What I really mean is like life is it can be as fragile or as quick.
Can lose it all.
As a bird flying.
Yeah.
You kind of get what I'm saying? So I guess to what I'm really speaking about from my position, from how I feel, if I'm Will Smith, if let's say I'm Alex, but I'm Will, right? Right. After a certain dollar amount, Reggie, my family straight. Have I aided to my mental health? Have I spoken to therapy? Is my life going the way I would like? Are there peace in it? Can I pay my bills? You feel what I'm saying? Like, those are like accomplishments to me because these are actual tangible things. I understand what y'all are saying. Like, oh, we can say, or like if you Grammy nominated, I could charge this. Yep. I get all of that. But it's, in my brain, the way my brain works is that's a human made thing that we're creating.
Of course.
When really, the act itself is the accomplishment. Okay. You gotta get what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, bro, I started to make beats now. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't care if these shits ever win a Grammy, but let me tell you what I am gonna do. I'm gonna put my whole fucking foot in this shit. And this shit is so easy for me to say, because you've been doing this shit way longer than me, and I know you've played the game. But let me speak from Alex's brain. Sure. Alex's brain is, yo, I'm doing it for the love of everything. Right. So if I'm Will Smith now, and I've been doing it 30 plus years, my movies don't get deleted.
But as long as, like you said,
what changes?
As long as you said that works for you.
Yeah.
Right? That works for you.
Yeah.
But you also got to understand for the person that may not work for.
Sure.
Because somebody like myself, we always talk about it. I'm rigid, structured. I want more. I want more. I want more. Shit, the top of this podcast is an example of me just wanting more.
Yeah.
I want to put out more content because
Yeah.
you just never know whose ears it can
That's
fall
nasty
on.
that you
no,
did that.
I'm so serious.
It was dope.
I'm so
Nah, I
serious.
get you, but that was nasty.
that's
But
not-
I get it. I get
That's
it.
what it was rooted in.
I get it.
That is the core
Yeah, that's
of
nasty.
why I
Sure.
even filmed that podcast.
Yeah.
Is because I'm like, yo, this would be a dope moment. It could be more. Who knows
get it.
who's gonna see it?
I
You
get
know
it.
what I'm saying?
I
Like,
get it. I
there's
get
a
it.
lot of dope people in the world
Yeah.
that we just don't reach.
Right.
Who knows, right?
Right.
So Alex has his standpoint where, yo, I'm good within me. I'm cool, and that's cool
That's
for you.
great.
But then there's
That's
other
absolutely
people on the
fine.
other side of the coin where it's like, yo,
right, so
you know
let's-
what? Let's go back to the Grammys, right?
Yeah.
You get a Grammy, now you're in the class with Beyonce, Michael Jackson. Like, there's certain artists, there's certain things, benchmarks
Right.
that you may want to hit when you do have a career, or you do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
thing.
now y'all making
and
sense.
it may
Y'all
not
not
matter
wrong.
to you, but bro, me and you
I
been
guess
doing
it
this
just
shit for what,
sucks.
4 years?
Hey.
Me and you been doing this for 4 years.
I guess it
you
just
know
sucks.
me. You
Yeah.
know the calls you get at 4 in the morning when I want to go, my nigga.
Right.
I'm ready to light this whole nigga, I will rent out your studio
Yeah.
for real for 3 weeks
know.
and record every day if I could.
I get you. I get you. Look at our friendship, right?
Yeah.
Look at me and you see me
Yeah.
every day. I don't celebrate a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But look how you celebrate me and say you should be celebrating, bro. You're fucking great and all those types of things.
Yeah.
I get it. A Grammy and all that other stuff to me is not the pinnacle of my career, right?
Sure.
To society, it is. It's the pinnacle.
That's
right?
what I'm speaking to.
It puts me in a position of I walk into a room, I don't even have to introduce
I
myself.
hate that.
I hear you.
I
You know
hate
me.
that shit,
I don't
bro.
want to. I'm not
Nah,
that type
yeah,
of
I know
person.
you. I've learned
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But where I'm coming from is,
Yeah.
I've reached a point in my life, and I've said it many times, where it's like everything now is extra. I can feed my family. I
We
make
spoke
money off my.
about that a lot.
We did. We speak about it a lot.
Yeah.
I can feed my family. I can do all of these things, right?
Yeah.
At this point in my life, bro, you know what I'm doing? I'm just seeing how far I can take this. shit.
Literally.
Because somehow I've gotten into a place where I can employ people and create businesses. I'm like, yo, I've been put in such a blessed situation in life that I don't want to show, that I want to show other people. Like, I'm not like, yo, it's cool. Like, I feel bad even
But
being
that-
depressed.
Yeah.
I would feel bad even being depressed because there's somebody out there that would kill to be right here in this seat.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm like, damn, but I can't get that.
Yeah.
So I understand where that comes from, and it is wrong. I don't think we should put so much onus
Only
on
because
those
if we
types of
speaking
things.
from because I'm really having a mental health
I know where you coming from.
Extended
And we with you.
conversation.
I'm with
here.
you.
I'm with you.
You
We
feel
all
what I'm
understand.
saying? Yeah, because I swear I
It's
know
not healthy.
Yeah, that's
It's
why I
not
wanted
healthy.
to preface this with like I'm not trying to sound cool or nothing. Like I'm just really this is how it's helped my life.
Yeah.
Like actually, this is really how I live.
I
And
get you.
And,
You know what I'm
that's why,
saying?
and that's why me and you have been able to work and get through so many different things because our mentalities and the way that we go about things,
Yeah.
it offsets it. You know what I'm
literally.
saying?
No,
It
literally.
balances it out. Because
Yes.
I may be extreme on one way
Yeah.
where you'll pull me back to reality. Like, yo, just take a breath, bro. Like, we're gonna get through this. Don't worry about it. I got you. You got me. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And there's some moments where I'm like, yo, hey,
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. I want to get us here.
Yeah.
Can you let's get there? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is it's a healthy balance.
It's a healthy
And so
balance.
nobody's like knocking you or saying that, yo, Alex, don't think like that.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
not
yeah.
even just me.
It's just more so like
Yeah.
acknowledge it, but
Yeah.
you also got to acknowledge the other side too.
That's true. Because at the end of the day, it was the 98th, what is it, 96 Grammys? 96?
I think it was. I think
94th
94?
Oscars.
So there are 94.
we said the Grammys.
94, 94 men
Yeah.
in the history of our society have won this prestigious one award. It's pretty fucking cool to say. I look at Reggie and I say, yo, if Reggie Nacho wins a Pulitzer fucking prize, right? An award that is impossible. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the chances of that are fucking, not to you, though. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
I was being like, thanks, Dad. He's like, you'll never win that shit.
If she wins a Pulitzer...
She talking her shit. Nah, yo, get your shit off, Reg. Word.
I'm kidding. I'm
Nah,
kidding.
Reg, get your shit
I'm
off.
kidding.
84 people have won a Grammy. Thank you, Leavens. But if
84.
she wins
Thank you,
a
man.
Pulitzer Prize, you damn right I'm going to tell my friend, yo, you've accomplished something that a very few human beings have ever accomplished. In that moment, and it's funny because I feel like in the moment of not having the award, I know I'm like, it doesn't matter. But in the
But when
moment,
you get it,
in the moment of being one of 98, and I know I'm in the history of our society, that means something to me.
course.
And for me, the reason where it comes from is because, and I don't want to get emotional, is because I want my generations of my family, my children, my name, I want it to be there.
Sure.
I want to be remembered.
Sure.
Because
be
that is the
remembered.
only way.
Yeah.
That's the only way that a man and women too. Sorry for the.
But you can be remembered through
no,
your
just-
art,
just, yeah,
correct? You can
yeah.
be remembered
Us-
through your art, right?
yeah,
Doesn't
but
your art speak highly of you? And the only reason why I'm going this deep is because we're the
Hey.
ones that create this thing, and then
Yeah.
we get depressed from the shit we be creating.
that's very true.
And we be
Shit.
confused here.
That's very true.
That's really all I'm
And-
breaking down.
and
It's true,
there's a
but
few
this
people-
way
No,
it
yeah,
is,
but this is
like-
the way it
This is the
is.
way
Yeah.
it
This
is.
is the
And
way
there's a
it
few
is.
people like us
Yeah.
that fight every day to accomplish our goals. You got to also realize that we're not like everyone, right?
Sure.
We
Nah.
have a lot of people that are not ambitious, that are
Nah,
not goal
shit.
oriented.
But you say that again. Hold on,
literally,
say it again.
they just want to have fun and party. That's cool. That is perfectly fine. What I'm
Sure.
telling you is my output as far as like this is what I want out of my life. I would love these types of things. And to me, you know, if I do anything, I want to be the best at it.
I get it. I
That's just
understand.
me, and I guess that is me comparing myself to society's version of what's best. But at the same time, I'm competing. Like I am competing. When you go to a job interview, you are competing.
Absolutely can be
That's
that
what I
job.
was
competing.
saying, bro.
Absolutely
That's
competing,
what I was
yeah.
saying at the top of the episode.
You-
I just want to
you
compete
him,
with
right?
niggas, so I got to put out more
him, right?
shit.
You know what's
That's
crazy?
it.
I
I'm
don't
putting
have-
out shit, so I'm competing with you
I don't
niggas.
have any of that in my like DNA at all. I don't think I'm like when you. I don't know if this is gonna make people look at me differently, but when you say like, "Oh, when I do something, I want to be the best," I don't know. I don't really care.
You just
That's
ill.
fine.
I don't
you just
care.
that
No, no,
nigga.
I- no, I
you
think
that
that's-
nigga. Yo,
feel
clap it
you.
up for Reggie being that
Nah,
nigga, guys.
No,
Come
if
on.
anything, people
clap it up.
people
But
look
there's
down on
nuance
that.
in what she's saying.
No,
some people do.
Because
Some
look,
people do.
People
Reggie
are
is-
like, "Oh, you're not competitive." Like, what?
But
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
this is
Yo,
what
I'm
people
having
get
a great
confused.
time.
Reggie is still a hard worker.
Yes.
See, people. Okay, thank you. That's why I've accepted
Yeah,
this about
that's
myself
why I'd
because
be like-
just because I'm not focused on being, let's say, journalism. I'm not focused on being the best fucking journalist in this area code.
Right.
That doesn't mean. And let's say I'm not like the one with the most articles. I don't care. Like that.
Right.
I'm still a good. You know what I'm saying? That,
You're still great
that's
at what
where
you
I
do.
live in my mindset.
Right.
So I don't really care when Save On, we know like he's competitive, and I get that mindset. But I think I'm the complete opposite. Like
get
I don't
you.
give a fuck. Like,
Because it's not wrong to have a competitive mindset.
It's not.
I'm
That
a
brings the
fucking
best out of
Aries.
you.
I'm gonna be
Right.
honest. I could
It's not.
compete.
I guess we're saying accolades
Aries
and awards.
season.
I guess we're
Yeah,
like.
and we in season
I think
right
what
now.
we're really saying is accolades and awards.
Sure.
It'd be nice.
it'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
But like you
Okay.
said, like I've gotten to a place where I'm like, yo, bro, I've done a lot in my life. I worked hard. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm proud of me. So to get an award,
Yeah.
that's nice. That's really nice. I think that's really nice. Like, that would be nice, right? To be recognized for the great things that you've done in your life. That's dope, right? Like,
think
that's
so.
nice. But it is not the bane of our existence.
Right.
That's where I want to put it.
And it's good reassurance.
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It is nice. It's wonderful to get an award. You ever get the award? You get that feeling. You know what it is to get an award? You get
That's
that
like
feeling?
when you know,
I
like
roll up
bitches
on my
like being
awards.
posted on social media.
Wait, what?
It's not necessary, but it's nice.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
No, because then they'll tell you like, oh, what's understood doesn't need to be explained. You're a good girlfriend, da da da. And so they say like you don't need that.
Right.
But then we're saying like, no, if he posts you, it's nice.
Like,
It's like
you
the same thing.
You don't find it fly when Drake is like
Whatever
eating
nigga told-
spaghetti
I like
off
niggas
of...
saying that.
No,
Sorry.
you
When
don't
niggas
think
say
that's
that?
fly though? When like
What?
Drake is eating spaghetti off Spotify like who gives a fuck? Because we create the litness.
Of course, but you want to know you want to know what I say to that, and then I do want to shift the conversation to Chris Rock.
Oh,
But what
yeah.
I'll say to that is,
sure.
before Drake was sipping champagne at a Grammy Awards and all of that thing, like there's interviews, it's documented of him saying, "I want to get there.
Sure.
I want to be there." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of videos and his lyrics that say, "I want to be the best." So now when you get there, you might realize, or it just comes so
Oh,
easy
yeah.
for you now. Oh, I don't give
Oh,
a fuck.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
piss on this
Or,
award.
or,
Yeah.
or you learn about how this shit is really done.
Absolutely.
And
That
that
too.
just takes all the things and I just said that this week.
Right.
One of my homies is like, what about if you were a young guy and you always wanted to win an Oscar? And I'm like, all of that is all beautiful and dandy. But once we turn into adults and can process to see how things are actually done, that should affect the way your brain kind of does things because we still put at the same effect.
Okay.
Whereas like, no, bro, we're not kids no more.
Right.
Like I know, like, yo, everybody wanted a record deal coming up, right? And now, like, everybody got older and they're like, yo, everybody's fucking them in record deals.
Yeah.
It's nuance in all
A
this
lot
shit.
of us don't make it. So in my head, I say,
I like that.
Yo, I've been through all this fuckery,
like that.
all this bullshit, bad contracts, cheated, blah, blah, blah. And I hold that award. I'm like, aha, gotcha, dumbass. I played your game and I won. Honestly, I want it for fun.
Yeah.
I just want to see if I could do it.
Oh, so we could drink out your shit?
Hell yeah. I don't give a
All right,
fuck.
bet. Now, give him one then.
That's just a
Give him-
moment of saying,
yeah.
like, yo, look at me. I played the
drink out that
game
shit.
and,
I
I
get
got my
it.
integrity intact and
Bro.
blah, blah,
Hey,
blah.
boys don't cry out right now.
Stop playing.
I work for like a corporation. I'm playing the game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I know what time it is. My nigga. Like, yeah, like I
You're playing
understand
the game,
that.
man.
I acknowledge
You're
it.
playing
and
the game, bro.
I'm more on like the Devon Terrell side where
Playing
it's
the
like,
game,
all right,
man.
I do want to be acknowledged for, my hard work.
It's
and some of the
nice.
yeah, like
It's
because
nice.
it's not just, hey, you got this award because we like you. And sure, maybe we do like you, but it's also because a lot of other people like me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I put butts in seats. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn and work on the craft to even get this award. So
Yes.
to some degree, again, two things can be true.
Right.
And so I just want to cap off that conversation with, yo, y'all are phenomenal when you argue and it's not me. Like,
we
You know how
because
we
we
do.
talk.
That is
That's my big bro
amazing.
right here.
That's I'm not your fucking big bro.
That's your
I'm off of OG.
I'm fucking with you, damn. Come on.
I'm gonna say one last thing and absolutely cap this conversation. What it brings me back to is one of my favorite artists of all time, and this is where I got this whole perspective from, and it's Vincent Van Gogh, because I look at Vincent Van Gogh, who I've used his art so much in my own music, and I look at his life. Like I've looked at his life, and
You
I
should
see
do sound like Van Gogh.
I love his story. I'd rather say
What
I
is
love his
it?
story.
I don't know what his story is.
The ear, right?
Well, a lot of things. He had mental issues and stuff
Okay,
like that.
okay, I didn't know.
Allegedly, like there was a lot of things, but he never saw what his art became. So he was broke his whole life.
Oh, that's fucked up. I didn't
His
know that.
art popped
I know.
after he died.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
So when I
Yo, I'm killing all you niggas when I'm dead.
he had
That happens?
so the ear cut off. He
hear
painted him that when he cut off the famous picture of him. That was him
Cut off.
drawing himself. Like he had issues. He had a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So when I look at that life, and I say, wow. Little do you know, you are heralded, you know what I mean, as one of the greatest ever. And you never even got the recognition that you probably deserved. And I think about that life and I go, imagine being sad, like, yo, life fucking sucked. And then you look down like, what the fuck? I'm loved and adored. There's theaters about me and all of these things. Like, wow, I would love to enjoy that. You understand what I'm saying? That moment.
Okay, but I feel like I'm so glad you took it. I know we're supposed to stop
Yes,
talking about
sir.
this, but
Nah,
anyway.
it's-
So I feel
Not
like
save on party yesterday.
Yeah, facts. Get the fuck
to
out
get
of here.
to the point of like not caring about the awards and all the recognition is like during this process you are already enjoying it.
Oh, I enjoy
If he
it. Right.
really enjoyed art, his artistry, making music, all that, like you really do
You
reach
won.
a point
He
where
won.
you
Okay.
won already. Not to be corny, but you
Yeah.
really won at
No,
life
you're
already.
right.
So to be at the mindset that Alex and I are speaking of, like if you're happy within like yourself and content, like you really don't need all this shit. Like you really
Yo,
don't. Like
because-
even recognition.
Because,
like
because then you start doing some shit. I wrote some shit. You know, I feel like sometimes actors get so accustomed to playing out roles that they forget how to be themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like you're just so always accustomed to being somebody else that you're supposed to smile. You're supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
You're supposed to shut up.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take the jokes.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you know, to the top of this episode, like I said, I was hating on Will Smith for a little bit because, like I said, I study people.
Right.
And I've realized that, yo, Will is hiding something, bro.
Okay.
But I'm a fan. I'm not entitled. Let me
get
be
you.
very clear. I'm
Yeah,
not
a lot.
entitled to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But as a fan that has kind of seen him in very vulnerable, intimate moments, I would have liked to see how Will Smith actually feels about things. You
think
get
we
what
know.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I see some shit like this,
Oh, there you are.
oh,
That was a human moment.
that was a huge.
And don't we love seeing human moments like that on stage? Like we love seeing that in real time.
Literally.
We saw a
He
human
had to
moment.
remember who he was, and kind
Yeah,
of to like
pretty
Reggie's
much,
point
yeah.
is like, yo, like I'm just so busy having to just shut up, and you know this is how it's supposed to be. Now that I'm a human, everybody's confused, and
Yeah.
it's like
I was,
to me, his
I don't
track
think
record
none
was.
of us was. I wasn't confused.
Yeah, not you, only the people, only other people.
I
got it.
I think to your point, like
Shit.
his first initial reaction, he laughed because of that programming that you said. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a split moment where Chris Rock he tells the joke, and then the camera pans to the Smiths. You see Jada roll her eyes. You see Will Smith. He kind of laughs.
He did.
And in his book, again, I'm going back to the book. I don't give a fuck if y'all tired of me talking about
Nah,
it.
run this book
in his
up to date.
book,
We're not talking-
he
we're not
says
talking.
humor was his defense mechanism.
See that?
So he used humor to kind of mask a lot of his fears
I used to do
or
that
his
too.
insecurity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
used
a
to do
lot
that
of
a
people
lot.
do that.
Now I'm just
Some-
gangster.
a-
It's true.
Our vice
I
president
feel
does that.
him.
I
Y'all know
respect
that.
it.
People laugh when they
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
But
You know that.
that
Yeah.
humor
That's human.
is probably one of the most dependent defense mechanisms.
It is.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just human nature.
It is.
And he's one of those
Yeah.
people. He's admitted to that. So in that clip, you see he laughs.
Yes.
But you see Jada's real reaction of she's annoyed, she
annoyed
rolls
by
her
it.
eyes,
That's
she's
right.
fed up. And then the camera pans back to Chris Rock as he continues his speech or his
Yeah.
monologue, whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
And then you just see Will get up.
He's like,
so in
"Oh."
a split
Second. That quick.
fucking moment.
That's what it was so
wasn't
confusing.
2, 3, 4. It was a split moment
Right.
where Will went from laughing
To-
as a defense mechanism, as like whatever he was doing to kind of just get through that moment.
Yep.
Right.
He realized, oh wait, hold up,
Right.
this is how I should feel, or this is how I do really feel,
Right.
and then he reacted.
Yeah.
I
And-
think it's
and
a
that's-
case study of a moment
It
for
is.
us to just look at people.
Thank you,
You
Sable.
know what
It
I'm
is.
saying?
And that's real therapy. I know he's gonna go see therapists. I know he's gonna go talk to people.
Yeah.
That right there, Will Smith feeling like Will Smith and doing something for Will Smith in that moment
Yeah.
was everything I needed
powerful.
to see.
Very
I see a lot of men trying to berate him. Oh, men would have talked it up after. Hey, yo, let me tell you something.
I was like, would you?
Would you
I don't know.
Hey, yo,
like,
it's funny because everybody
don't
talking
know.
about how drill niggas would do this and that. Oh, these are people on the smallest level. They're on the biggest of levels. They shouldn't have done this.
No.
To me, his track record of 30 to 40 years of doing this is pretty good to me.
Yeah.
He had a human fucking moment
He had a
real
human
quick.
moment. He had a human moment.
It's a human moment, bro.
He had a human moment, and he
speaking of human
apologized. That's all. Honestly, that's what I cared about the most. Like, yo, you know, as long as you apologize and everything, I can accept a human moment. Like, I can genuinely accept it. Don't take no.
It's a lot of
awards.
money, so of course he was gonna apologize. How do y'all feel about Chris Rock?
Nah, we didn't talk about Chris. Now
Like,
give him a round of applause.
How do y'all?
Nah, come on.
We can do round of applause.
Nah, that chin's something.
we
He
got
got a
that.
little
I'll tell
chin.
you one
We
thing
got
about Chris
that.
Rock.
Now he got a little chin.
For Chris Rock not to press charges,
Yeah.
to be silent in
He
a
rock
sense,
hard, word.
to just let it kind of go.
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for
Pause.
Chris Rock for not making it bigger. Because Chris Rock could go crazy right now. I'm be honest.
because a
Chris-
lot of attention.
a
is
lot
on
of
this.
attention is on
Yeah.
him. Chris Rock could go on Instagram Live and have and get a million fucking. Chris Rock could do a lot of things right now, and he's not. So I want to say to Chris Rock for holding his composure. Wow, that's
No,
my word. Because if
absolutely.
it was me. Am I that good of a person?
Yeah.
I'm not calling the cops on you. I'm not saying I'm calling the cops. Like
'Cause-
that right there, I knew as a just on the law as a black man, I knew that. I was like, he's not gonna call the cops. You're not gonna just
And he
take
was
that.
presenting the Questlove. It wasn't just like a mini dialogue. He was actually presenting an award to like
Quest and
a
them.
reputable. Come on, that is Questlove.
And
Which is
and
another
Quest-
reason why
Yo.
overlooked
Will
that.
was probably like,
They asked Quest about it, and Quest was like, "I'm not here to answer that." And I would have did the same thing. I'm like,
That's
"I'm not-
good, yeah.
It happened. Get
Yeah.
over it. I'm done. I'm not answering it.
Reggie, how you feel about Chris?
I think I touched on this before when Dev was saying his point. I hope this is like a learning moment for like both sides, because I don't like the whole thing of like people trying to be like, oh, it was a joke, it was comedy. Like some things aren't.
I get it.
Yeah, and I think both things could be true.
I think both things, and that's the biggest thing I would take away with you. I think
But I
both
don't know
things could be
what
true.
this was already said on the last episode. But my thing was like, if you want to make a joke, like that joke itself, like I don't think it just didn't have to be said. Like if it was a funny joke, if you made fun of someone's outfit or some shit like that, like, but to say like G.I. Jane, like come on, like what did you think was gonna happen? I don't know.
And it's got to be capped that he didn't know, because she was on.
And oh yeah, go ahead.
She was on. She went on a magazine and said, I think it was in 2018. Yo, I deal with this.
But also
So Chris
to
Rock,
have a
Chris
to
Rock
have,
grabbed that magazine.
I mean, he had to know it's the industry.
No,
See,
to have that
Tough.
position
Devon don't
to
even.
do,
Let me shut up.
Here's the line, though.
No, hold on. One second.
Go ahead.
So to have that role to present and be on that stage and be like this big comedian, and you had that joke in your head because you whipped it out like real quick. So pause. But but like if
right,
he
Reggie.
wanted to do that, people are all like, oh, like he probably didn't know. But it's like your duty to know shit like that before you say it, though. In my opinion.
So
Coming from a journalist, right?
for me,
I would think so. If you're gonna let that joke off eventually one day and you have it in your mind, you should know that she had a
Study the
joke.
Can I ask y'all real quick? Did y'all watch the Oscars live? Was anybody actually watching everything to see like the lead up to it?
Nope.
Okay, so we're all taking a clip and we're all kind
No,
of
I
just
saw that he was
speaking
joking
about-
on the husband and wife. You talking about that skit?
I just want to know how did he go from, because his intent for being on stage
I got
was, hey, I'm gonna present to Questlove for a documentary, right?
Yes.
That was his reason for being there.
Right.
So how do you go from that
Yeah.
to Jada Pinkett Smith's hair?
He was joking.
Because
he was
you-
bagging on people. He was just bagging on people.
Yeah,
Like he was
so
right there.
He,
Got it.
he was joking on an actor and an actress who I believe are married. I want to get their names in.
Right,
the
I
feed.
forgot who it was.
And I think they were like nominated in the same category.
Oh yeah, and if one person won, then the other wouldn't. That was his joke right
so
before.
that was kind of like
and
the
then
whole
he saw
joke.
that. I was like, oh, another joke right
yeah,
here.
so
Bang.
yeah, don't
He
lose
was
to your
firing
husband,
off.
don't lose to your wife, sort of shit like that. And I
firing
guess
off.
he took that marriage joke and took it to another
He
marriage.
said, Will and Jada here. Blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Also, it reminds me of when Alex was talking about a few months ago how you just don't like make fun of people like in that way.
Oh yeah, I was
Because it's like if you were like, if you had better jokes, you wouldn't have to say those types of jokes.
Absolutely.
Like, why do you have to say that joke? Like, make fun of someone's outfit, like stuff like that. I feel like
Yeah, to make
Would've just been a
somebody's
better choice.
like to make fun of somebody's physical appearance and is we just again going back to you being a hypocrite, or not you, but you saying everybody's a hypocrite.
I'm a hypocrite
we
too.
had the
We're all
conversation about Chadwick Boseman and everybody was looking around.
Thank you,
Yo,
Savon.
Chadwick, we're laughing. Is he is ha ha.
Absolutely.
And then he ends up passing away because he was dealing with an illness internally and didn't make it public.
Absolutely.
And it's like, cool.
They just did it with Wesley Snipes this weekend.
Facts. I might have did that too.
What?
I gotta apologize.
Did
to
what?
Wesley.
Wait, what's his name?
Wesley Snipes, yeah, they
He looks different.
He
His
just looks
physical
different.
appearance.
Oh,
he looks
yeah.
very
He's
slim.
looked like that for a
You know
while
what I'm
now.
saying?
Oh,
Like,
okay, sure.
it's-
but we
Yeah,
never
after-
know what's going on.
But
After
we
he
just
got
don't
out of
know.
jail, yeah,
we
after
just
he got
don't
out of
know.
jail,
You
he
know what I'm
started
saying?
looking
So
like that, yeah.
just going back to that, it's just like, all right, Chris Rock again. There was a clip that I saw, and somebody said Chris Rock, his jokes are always predicated on putting somebody else down.
What are we
Like,
doing?
He
What are we doing?
clowns
guys?
and he roasts on people.
What are we
Like,
doing?
That's what he does.
What do you mean?
What are we doing?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
So when I say here's what's happening, and here's the debate that's gonna be happening. We're saying that we're adding like this woke factor into comedy, right? Where we're saying that hands off everyone. You can't make fun of anyone and stuff
That's
like
not
that.
what we're saying.
No, we're saying if you
But-
make fun of me and I feel away and I get up
Okay.
and I do something about it,
Okay.
you gotta eat that.
Or you could have like a whole comedy routine, but don't talk about, let's say, like someone's dad who like might have cancer.
Well,
like you know
that
what I'm saying?
type of
Like
shit,
okay, but
like,
she has an autoimmune disease.
So
like,
here's here's the conversation that I was saying is really what we should be examining, because I don't have the fucking answer. By the way, I want to say that I don't know
oh
what
yeah,
to
me
do.
neither. I don't. Yeah.
But what I look at and I say is, holy shit. So there's a line that we have to figure out what is right and wrong within comedy now, right? Because this is where the debate is coming, because it's like, yo, well, you can't do that in a comedy. I'm like, oh, all right, bet. I guess we need to really discuss this now within comedy, because now we're saying if you say something that crosses the line, I have the right to do whatever I
It's not that
want
have
to you
the
on
right,
the other side.
Is that you should be prepared.
That's not.
It's not that I have the right, but you should be
I don't want that wording.
prepared.
Okay, I'm gonna put
I
it
don't
like
like that
this.
wording.
Hold on. This is perfect. Hold
Yeah,
on,
'cause
hold
then
on.
it
If you
opens
talk
the
about
door
my
for-
Yo,
it's too
girlfriend,
much interpretation.
if anybody
There we
talks
go.
about our
Specific.
significant
Specific.
others,
Right.
you should be prepared for somebody
For the
to
boyfriend
defend
to-
them.
yeah.
Dev.
You should be prepared.
So that's where
Dev.
so we have to have. So not us personally. I
I
don't
think
think
there
we're
is
the podcast
a
for
line
it.
that has been around, like, don't talk about my family and my wife, kids. Like, that's, I feel like that's been a thing, no?
Let's figure that out. Because I think that has to be
It's
figured
not
out now.
figuring it
I think
out.
it has to be figured out.
No, let's stay here. I feel like just to nip this in the butt quickly,
Uh-huh.
everybody in the world, unfortunately, because I don't want to just die on the hill of, comedians can't say shit. I don't want to do that.
I hear you.
I get you what I'm
I'm
saying.
not a comedian, by the way. I'm just playing devil's advocate for the best for this podcast. and
As
give
like a
perspective.
person who, like, is on
Mike.
stage and
well,
stuff like
I
that.
wonder how comedians feel. And shout out to the podcast you had the other day.
Yeah, thank you.
But I'm thinking about that from a comedian standpoint. Go ahead, continue.
Fuck, we're having such. Damn,
Just
I'm
be
gonna remember
prepared,
what
bro.
you
You talk about my mom. If I had kids, you talk about my kids.
Also,
you talk about
stay
my
away from
girl. You
parents.
talk about anybody that I love.
Mothers.
You gotta
I'm so
be
sorry, bro. I'm so sorry.
prepared
You Gucci,
for
man.
that.
Gucci,
You have to be prepared.
I think also people are saying, like, violence is never the answer. Violence of the slap. But it's like, what about, like, words though? Like, why is no one? Anyway, I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Speaking of that, I'm really disappointed in Jim Carrey, man.
Where you
I'm really disappointed, bro.
That's your man.
That's my man. Yo, it was like watching my
knock.
dad,
Your
like
man a
two
knock.
guys that I really fuck with. Like, they really,
Mans is a knock.
bro, I can't
Wait,
believe
You
it.
cool with the feds?
Wait, what happened? What happened?
What's good with
Nah,
that?
you cool with the feds?
I'm not though.
Nah.
But that's my man.
What did
Don't
he
nobody
do?
got his statement up here?
Jim Carrey said that he would have sued Will Smith for $200 million.
No, Jim. No.
He said if he
No,
was on
Jim.
the receiving end of the 5-finger slap, that he would have sued him for $200 million because that lives on forever, right? So
The jokes
what
are
this
forever.
is doing
Oh,
is
for
it's
defamation?
dividing, defamation and
wow.
just all of that, right?
Can we
And
stay there?
assault, but this is dividing groups. It's two groups in this whole thing we're starting to see.
Yeah.
We're starting to see the people that feel like Jim Carrey, who's like, oh, there's no room for that. And sure, there is no room for that. I understand the entertainers who say that.
I do.
I truly
I do.
do.
I
Like,
understand.
I get it and I respect that thought. Like, if I come here and I'm on stage, that stage alone says this is just for me. Like, I get that. I understand that. I'm not disqualifying that. But there's also an element, and again, maybe because I was listening to, so I listen to a lot of sports commentary, just because, hearing this all the time, it's a lot. It could be overwhelming when you live in this space. So for me, again, I always talk about it. Sports is my outlet. So I was listening to a lot of sports commentary, and even the sports shows was talking about this event.
Yes.
It was that massive.
Yes.
It was that massive where people who I don't
shocking.
know their opinions, I know nothing other than they love fucking sports, Tom Brady, LeBron James. That's all they talk about. But this stopped everything to where the news cycle had to
Absolutely.
be talked about, right?
Absolutely.
So I was watching one of the shows, and one of the guys that I listen to often is Colin Cowherd. And Colin Cowherd, he has a podcast and he has his own show. And on his podcast, he kind of dabbles in the topics that aren't so much centered around sports.
Sure.
And so one of his topics, he had on a guest who was a white male and he was a comedian. I'm not familiar with him, but he was like, he used an analogy. He used an example of, and if you're in sports, you may remember this. If not, just follow me.
Sure.
Okay.
A few years ago, damn, I can't talk today. I need something to drink.
Nah, 'cause
You-
you
you
potted
wasted all your
yesterday.
words
It was
yesterday.
yesterday. Nah,
You
it was
wasted all your
yesterday.
He was talking a lot
Nah,
this week.
Yeah.
You see how you got nothing left, nothing in the tank.
It's
Well, yeah.
it's a performer's thing.
Yeah. You know when you cheat on your girl and you go see her that same night?
You're not horny.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
on
we
the
couldn't even
on the
celebrate our
anniversary.
anniversary.
Nah, but talk about your man, Colin, whoever.
Yeah. Colin.
Talk about your man over there at
Do your thing.
ESPN.
Yeah,
Do your thing, boy.
The guy, his guest told a story of a few years ago. There was a player by the name of Myles Garrett.
Oh, yeah.
Myles Garrett
Yes, sir.
removed his opponent's helmet and started hitting him in the head with his helmet because he allegedly said a slur. He called
Mason
him-
Randolph?
Mason Rudolph.
Rudolph, yeah.
Mason Rudolph, right?
Something like that.
He allegedly used the
Wonderful.
N-word. And Myles Garrett heard it, and he took his helmet off, and he beat the shit out of him on the field
Okay.
because of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And the comedian that was on Colin's show said, oh, it was just words. It was just words. Who cares what he said? It was just words. And in that moment, I realized there's a certain community who doesn't understand the power of words.
He's a great potter.
Because if you're sitting
You just
there
made me
and you're
remember.
calling somebody a nigger,
Yeah. with the
And
ER.
for you to sit there
get
and
that.
say it's just words,
Yeah, it's different.
he's not justified in doing that. Now you don't have to agree, and I'm never, ever, ever telling anybody to assault someone. But as a black person, when you hear that word,
You should know
the
better.
vigor, the venom in that word,
Yeah.
for you to tell me I should not react to it, you don't understand the severity of words and how it affects our community.
is a different
and certain
situation.
people.
No.
It's a different situation,
Okay.
but the point is you're talking about words. Words. Oh, he just said something. He just said words. Nigga, words is what starts wars.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Nigga
hold on.
is-
I got you, bro. Remember how I forgot it?
Hands off white people.
It just came right back. No violence, right? This is what I was trying to allude at. He just basically brought it right here. This boy could podcast. Let me tell you. If everybody in the world understood the rules behind comedians,
Okay.
then I feel like we should rock with what you're saying. But hold on, just listen to what I'm saying.
I'm not saying.
Okay, good. But because we're humans
They can't
first.
say nigger. Like I ain't saying no white comedian.
Oh,
can say
no.
the
I'm not
N-word.
talking about nigga. When I say comedian rules.
Speaking of that, I got a clip too. But
Okay. When I say comedian rules, like saying like there should be nuances when comedians say jokes, correct?
Sure.
That's my point. Not everyone in this world looks at comedians like that
Sure.
or understands.
Sure.
If everybody in this world was born understanding like, yo,
Right.
comedians do this, they should be allowed to do this, then cool. Everybody don't work like that because they humans first.
Sure.
So this debate that they keep bringing up, like, yo, comedians should be able to. Yo, let me tell y'all something. A lot of people in the world don't identify with comedians.
Gotcha.
They identify with people to people.
Gotcha.
And we get all of this semantic shit mixed up. And when we bring real human emotion, oh, they shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done this. Let's be very clear. If everybody was on that same accord, Devon, I'm with you. We rocking because we was all born knowing like, yo, comedians rock like this. But we not. And not everybody understands those nuances. So I think it's kind of whack for people to even speak on the communities. All right, let me get clear. If it was people in the comedic community that had backlash against this shit, okay, I get it. Y'all all supposed to be on the same accord. Y'all all supposed to know what's going on.
They are. I've seen
Right?
a few podcasts.
And it's not like that. It's on and off.
I've seen a few podcasts of
Yeah.
comedians kind of on the side of like.
Sure.
I'm not saying this is my full opinion, right?
Yeah, but this is what they said. Yeah.
But I'm saying that I've seen a few podcasts where comedians are like, yo, that was fucked up. He shouldn't have smacked him for that, right?
Ah.
I've seen that too.
In my head, I say, it's his wife. It's kind of funny.
It's tough.
But at the same time, I see where the comedians coming from because I think where the comedians are coming from is, holy shit, this is opening a fucking door.
Of course.
I think that's the nuance that I want to, because I want to
Important to highlight.
I want to understand
Important to highlight.
everything, right? I don't want to just
Absolutely.
pick us like that's not what I'm
We
here
don't
to
even
do.
pick sides
I
over here.
wanna-
We
I
talk.
wanna- I just want to I want to talk and I want to understand
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
So when I see the community, I'm like, oh shit, wow, I never thought about that. I'm gonna make sure I at least mention like, yo, well, I've been hearing from comedians who are the ones in the trenches with it saying, yo, this shit opens up a weird door for us. Like this moment has created something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn. In my head, I was like, yo, I'm good with comedy. Like I've been to comedy shows, got my ass cut the
Right.
fuck up.
But you see how you
Shit.
understood the culture
Right.
before going in?
Right.
That's
right.
what I'm speaking
and
to.
But I've never had
Everybody
nobody
don't
talk
be on
about
that.
my mom. I've never had, but see, is it different when a nigga talks about
Yeah.
my mom
Yeah.
or like I haven't been in that situation, so I can't speak to that.
Imagine a nigga that grew up in the hood, right? Done seen real
Oh
shit.
my
Done
God.
seen real shit. But it's important that we think like this because we get on these big ass platforms
Yeah.
and we start to like I don't even reprise our culture and it's like, yo, bro, I want y'all to think about the nigga that was going through some shit back in the day.
You can't joke on a hood
You
nigga.
gonna joke?
Exactly.
I don't joke on
Does
hood
he
niggas.
perceive the world like that?
And a lot of people
It's
keep
so
saying,
easy to just be like, oh, he a comedian. So what does that even mean?
Would Will
Niggas
Smith-
don't identify with that shit.
a lot of people keep saying,
I don't
would
like it.
Will
I don't
Smith
like what you about to
have
do.
done that
I don't
if
like
it
it.
was somebody else?
I don't like that.
Right?
Yeah, I hate that. I ain't gonna front, I
question
hate that
is, but no,
shit.
listen.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
question is,
I don't
would
like
Chris
that.
Rock have done that to 50 Cent? Would Chris Rock has done that? Like
Nuance.
Will Smith has been a target. He's been a target.
Yeah.
So
stay
people
there.
feel a little bit more comfortable
Hey.
going that route.
And let's stay there,
Also,
right?
he didn't think that Will would have done anything because it was in that setting.
Yes.
But he was like, you know what?
No, they
I
podcasting
don't
today.
think a single person would have thought that anyone would have done that in that
And that's
setting.
why you
And
gotta
that's why
get
you gotta do
smacked
it.
in the mouth.
And that's why you gotta do it
because you
sometimes.
think it can't
Yo,
happen to
because
you,
let me-
my
let-
nigga.
let me be
it
clear.
can happen
Pete,
to
Pete,
you
Pete,
if you
Pete.
talk about my wife. It can happen to you if you
This
talk
is the
about my
most-
kids.
Like I understand.
I know.
It can
You
happen
understand
to you.
both. You
Dev.
can
It
feel
shouldn't
both
happen
sides.
to you.
How-
It shouldn't happen
shouldn't
to you.
happen to you,
But it can
but it
happen
can
to you,
happen
my
to
How,
you.
nigga.
how
Stop
important?
playing with me
How
like
important
this.
is it to control your narrative?
It's everything.
That's what he was doing,
Information,
like, yeah.
whoever controls the information controls reality.
So let me tell you the world right now. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna take the L on the Oscars, and the maybe getting my charges drawn or whatever, I'm gonna take the L on that to go secure that.
Yep.
Because since 2015, y'all been playing with my name since August Alsina.
Since 1989.
Since 1989. Let me be
Y'all
clear.
call me the pussy rapper.
Come on.
We used to,
Come
people used to. Now
on.
I said we. Whoa.
Yeah.
Controlling
Don't
your
hit me.
narrative with this devices in our hands now be so important. So this is a whole nother aspect because a lot of people ain't lived life, and we about to get real deep right now. A lot of y'all wouldn't even think about doing certain shit with your spouse. I get it. I'm in my latter 20s. I'm still learning about life. Okay. But if you haven't even experienced how certain people live, it's so easy to speak from your privileged position from understanding like, oh, you go back home, nobody follow you. Somebody see you in the street, you gonna keep it pushing. It is just so different. And I feel like we speak from a very privileged position a lot of the time because we don't know the shit they go through. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So
We
I think-
try.
yeah.
We try to be understand.
We don't though. We
people
don't.
with
You know why
brains-
we don't?
Nah, I'm
You know why
talking
we
about.
don't?
I'm talking about us.
Us
I'm not
in this
talking about,
podcast
yes.
or society?
We try
Okay,
to
we
be
try
understanding.
here,
Yes.
but the world doesn't try
No.
because when everybody was looking at August Alsina in that situation,
Jokes.
it's been
Just jokes.
a rumor, right? With factual kind of fucking evidence that Will and Jada have a relationship that's unorthodox. Right?
Okay.
It seems to be open.
Have an
right?
open relationship, yeah.
And honestly, it confirmed it for me. A few weeks ago, Will had an interview where he said there's no infidelity happening in my relationship. There's no infidelity happening,
Right.
but she had an entanglement. So now let's use our real brains.
Yes.
Let's use our brains to say, okay,
good. This
if
boy
she
good.
had an entanglement,
Right.
but Will is protecting her and saying, hey, we have an understanding in our relationship. What does that say? Right?
What is this?
Wait, what do you? Yeah, what?
It says that they're in an open relationship, that there's
yeah.
understanding.
Wait, hasn't he said that?
No, they
Not-
never outright
no.
say
No,
it.
let's be-
They never
let's-
outright say
But
it.
let's be clear with
I
what
mean,
they
They said that
But now-
verbatim.
No, I know, but let's be clear with what they
Okay,
did.
okay.
But let's be clear with what they did say. Peep. They keep referring to life partners.
Yeah,
So
it's-
Yeah, so we are always projected. This is why I was
Yes.
like so annoyed when I forgot what happened when we were talking about how Will was like disappointed with that topic that we had a few weeks ago. I was like, yeah, but you guys are like, you keep like projecting our idea of relationships onto them.
Sure.
I thought it was like everything that they said. I was like, okay, that's how they operate. Like,
Because
that's
a lot
all
of
I've
people
ever
don't
said about
understand
them.
nuance. If they
Yeah.
were able to define and just try to understand with real ears, when someone says a life partner, that's not a husband, that's not a wife. Shit, I don't even know if that's a marriage.
Nigga, we in this together for life.
No
You ain't going
matter
nowhere.
how it look.
That's what it is.
That's why I
you got me
leave-
and I got you. And she said that.
It's so much
You could
nuance
be-
to this shit, but people don't be living. They don't even open the brain.
You could be on that side of the house with that joker. I could be on this side of the house with that
That joker.
joker.
Come
but
on,
we
what up,
still
Ish?
gonna be in this
Ish
house
right there.
together.
I get
that's
that.
That's what she
Hey,
said.
yeah.
That was Jada's words
No, you're right.
verbatim.
No, you're right.
So again, a lot of people just don't have the wherewithal to even think about
even-
some of these
right.
things
Not
and these
even-
nuances.
right. They
And
don't
so
even
again, now
about it.
fuck the whole title thing, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. Nigga, if you're my life partner, I'm gonna guard you and protect you with everything I have in me when you challenge me, when I feel challenged, when you feel threatened.
Right, I
I got
understand.
you.
Right.
We in this shit.
Right.
So Oscars, cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm
Yeah,
Will Smith.
fuck
I'm
this
rich. I
shit.
got everything I need.
I get it.
And I turned up after the Oscars.
He did.
And I turned up.
But let's
so
let-
what did I really care about? I really cared about proving myself to my family, to my son,
Yeah.
to my daughter, to my wife,
Yeah.
that this is me. This is my family. Y'all niggas can't play with me
I
no
get
more.
that.
Fuck everything else.
I get that.
You gotta control your narrative.
And here what I actually
gotta control your
next
narrative.
is, okay, do you think that any other comedians are gonna make any jokes towards Will Smith and Jada Pinkett?
Somebody
Yeah.
gonna try it. Somebody
It'll-
gonna try
I
it.
don't think so.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what
I
they-
don't
no,
think
I think they
so.
will.
That's what they do.
I don't think so.
I think comedians are about to accept the challenge.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah,
about
yeah.
to say that.
On some like I dare a nigga.
Somebody
to do
gonna
that to
try
me.
it.
I think a lot of comedians are gonna start doing
I
that
don't know,
point
I
was
think they
made.
respect Will Smith
What?
so much that I don't know.
The point was
Nah,
made.
I think a lot of comedians might have
Okay.
probably. Honestly,
Okay,
I think
no,
a lot
to
of
make
comedians
that-
might have lost respect.
No, but
Absolutely.
to make what type of joke? To Jada or Will?
Just in general.
I think.
in general, him, yeah, of course.
I
but
think it might be
jokes-
overseas.
I thought you said that specific joke.
Oh
Like,
no,
to
I don't
Jada.
think I don't think that specific joke.
Okay,
I'm
because
not
then I'm
commenting
like,
on
why
that.
would you do that?
Have
Okay,
y'all
okay.
all right? So the Flagrant 2 podcast,
Yes,
hosted by Andrew
Andrew
Schultz.
Schultz.
Oh, yeah, nah.
His very last podcast, he had a whole opening monologue flaming Jada up. He doubled down on everything that was said about her.
telling you.
Talking about her head, talking about it looked like a tennis ball. He was going in.
Look,
Wait,
So
after the Oscars?
after
Yes.
the Oscars,
Yeah.
Okay, but also
he had
he
a
did that.
podcast.
He did that on like the internet though. Like
Of-
he wasn't
but-
in front.
but
Like
it's still
he
gonna
would never
happen.
do that. I don't know.
I don't know if he would never do that in front
I'm
of Will
telling
Smith,
you,
but I do
don't
know
go crazy.
comedians.
It's
I'm
going to
telling you,
happen.
I'm already know.
I'm telling you,
I know.
they look
They
at
don't give
shit
a
like
fuck.
that and go, "Oh, word."
As a challenge.
But it's somebody, and again, I'm not talking to everybody, but
I
for
hear
Will
that.
Smith, the point is proven.
Yeah, of
So
course.
now y'all can make all
Yeah.
y'all jokes y'all want. Y'all see what
Yeah.
I did to that nigga.
But here-
and y'all only gonna do it because y'all need clout or y'all need clicks.
But
or
here's
y'all
my,
need views.
but are we gonna see more jokes about him and her as opposed to if that moment never happened? That's a question I have to throw to you now. Because
I mean,
you just
yeah,
saw it
bro.
on Flagrant 2.
Oh.
You just saw him just do it. Would he have done that if that moment never happened? Is my question.
Probably.
I see.
don't
I
know.
see what you're
I don't
saying.
know.
I'm saying
I see what you're
you
saying.
opened
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
For
but,
more
but,
jokes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you
know-
know, yeah.
You win by 15, not 20. You get what I'm saying?
I
What you
don't.
mean?
I'm stupid.
Yo, I'm saying,
wait,
what you mean?
hold
Nah,
on.
you
So-
talking that's the gangster
So
shit.
he's
the
saying-
nigga just said I'm a gangster. You talking in gangster
Wait, wait.
language. Like,
I'm
break it
trying to
So
down.
understand.
I know
my nigga.
Alex is saying like, okay, no, you're saying that you've opened the door for more jokes because this happened, but Alex is like, yeah, but I still slapped him though.
I still got off.
Oh, I get you. Okay,
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
you.
facts.
so
Mind you,
I should have been a 20-point win.
I want to make this comment.
What about 15?
Merely analyzing. I'm
Take it on
merely,
the chin.
merely asking a question and merely analyzing the
Yo, that's
situation. I'm not
hood
saying you
vibe.
should do this, comedians.
I like that.
But I'm just analyzing. I'm just bringing a question to
Yeah.
everybody. Like,
No,
yo,
I
you
like
think
that.
this is gonna open the door? Because hearing that, I was going, oh, in my head, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, Andrew Schultz gonna have a field day
He did.
because I just
He
know how
did.
he operates as a comedian.
Yeah.
And I think about all the other comedians, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna go open season.
But you
on
know what
this
it is
whole
though
thing.
too. Where he takes the win some more. See, there's more people on the internet than comedians, and there's been a lot of support for him, and I bet that does a lot for his morality and his
Absolutely.
mental.
I hope. Right?
But see, this is the type of support he probably hasn't been seen in
He hasn't.
since he's
Not
open.
probably.
Yeah,
He hasn't.
Like Will, a tough guy.
His
Yeah.
crying face. Do you
Come
realize
on.
we've etched him in social media stone?
man.
His crying face
Oh,
of
man.
when his wife talked about
Hey.
fucking another man
Hey.
is used as a meme.
Why are you so violent?
Every single day.
You're so heavy.
Because we like.
You thick in that.
Because that's how I process things. I'm stupid.
I know, you was like,
so I
he's
gotta talk
fucking.
about it.
I'm like, yo.
That's what it is, bro. The Will Smith crying meme
Yeah.
is him crying
Nah,
or
yeah.
teary-eyed
Teary-eyed,
because
yeah.
he had to have a difficult conversation about the world, the world laughing and clowning him for
does
having
something.
an open relationship.
I'm
Hey,
taking
you don't know what
bet.
that does to you, bro.
You have
don't.
no idea.
You have no
you
idea.
have no
I'm,
idea.
I'm taking that
I
bet
get
for
it. I
some people to
understand.
hate me. I'm taking that.
That's what I'm
bet.
saying. So it's like at what cost of all this? So a lot of people might have lost respect, but I think the people that he gained respect with, that
Is
matters,
what mattered
that
to
matters
him.
more.
His
I think that
entire
mattered to him
life.
more.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
I
think
What
that
matters?
Kev, we got to
to
give a
him
round of
more.
applause. Hold
Ding,
up. What's the
what
new sound?
matters
That was good.
to him.
Yes.
And that's why I wanted to preface this pod where we're all hypocrites.
Yeah.
But what is it that we solely look for from things?
Yeah.
That
I
is
think-
it.
I think that you
I
hit
don't
it
even
right
really
in the
think
head.
there's no right or wrong in this shit.
Yeah, I don't
I just think
know,
we're
right?
just literally just going through his experience.
Right,
Like
right.
real shit.
Right.
And I do want to be clear though. Shout out to Chris.
Chris Rock.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want
by the way, yeah.
Nah, shout out to that Chris nigga.
I said the same thing because
No,
we
actually,
ain't
I don't
saying
think,
his
I don't think
name
you
at
should have said
all.
that, but
Nah,
But-
no, Reggie. We got Reggie.
For
He
keeping it.
didn't even drop.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I ain't gonna
He
lie.
stood
I was
tall.
like,
Right, Reg?
Yo,
he
his man, he was like-
ate it. He ate
yeah,
that.
he stood there
Ah.
firm.
I called that. I hate talking.
He might have
shit
been
about-
outside.
I hate talking about shit like this so much. But I
He from
get it.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, you see?
Nigga,
from
Chris
Brooklyn.
Rock is listen.
He from your hood, Dad?
Yeah,
didn't
he from
call-
it. That's your OG?
I
Chris Rock your OG, bro?
I don't know.
I got the same sense of humor.
He held this. He held this. I do not have the same
Yeah.
sense of humor. I do not do
I got the
this.
same. I mean,
Yeah.
But he held it. He held it down. Like real as a black man.
Sure.
He protected Will.
And everybody.
in that moment, he protected Will, bro.
He
like,
did.
In my head, I'm like, oh, you protected.
He did. He did.
He
'Cause-
could have annihilated Will. Like,
But he still wins though.
Who?
Because I heard the tour that he was going on with Kevin
Oh,
Hart now.
sold out.
It's out of here.
Levens just told me.
Everything's up.
It's outta
Everything's
here.
up. Everything's up.
Everything. So again, who really takes a
And
loss
honestly,
in
I
hindsight?
think sure it was
Who
embarrassing,
lost? I still know Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
but I think we continue to evolve. Like I had a conversation with Pierre a few weeks ago, and oh, you got a mic, so you could defend yourself if I say something.
Man, don't
inaccurate.
defend yourself, my
But
nigga.
I had a conversation a few weeks ago with you, P, and you was telling me like, yo, it's so crazy how we learn every single day. Like,
Yeah.
No, literally.
because your birthday had just passed.
Some of
And he
us.
was like, yo, bro,
Pisces
I'm
gang.
at this age and I'm still learning. Like, it's so wild to me that I thought when I was younger I would get to a certain age and I just had it all figured out and I would be good and I would be living with my wife and I'll have my home and I'll build the life that I want to live. But he's like, yo, bro, when we have conversations, when I have conversations with my wife, with my other friends, I'm still learning every single day.
Yeah.
And to say this, I think this is a learning moment for Chris Rock. Like, maybe he needed that. Think about all
what
of
I
the
said,
jokes
yeah.
and the laugh that he's had at others' expense. Like, again, I was referring to an interview a little bit earlier about people saying, yo, Chris Rock makes fun of people. And the person who said it was Flavor Flav. Now, we all know the jokes that Flavor Flav has received in his life for his skin tone, for how he speaks, for the clocks, for everything about Flavor Flav. He's an easy target, and he's wore that. But he said Chris Rock, somebody he deemed was a friend, made some jokes one time, and he felt it stung a little different. It felt like it was an attack. He said it didn't feel like jokes
Yeah,
coming
like, why
from
would
my
you say
man.
that?
Like,
yeah.
why would you say that
Because
about
he's not
me,
thinking
Chris?
about that he a comedian, right? He's just thinking that something offended him in the moment.
Exactly. So
It's
for
the
that
way we
moment,
look at shit.
think about how many people he may have, in particular, have impacted in that way, getting off a quote-unquote joke and having that safeguard of being a comedian. So maybe he needed to get slapped for him to realize, you know what? I'm gonna just keep my comedy on some politics and the betterment of the community. And I'm not saying he has to change it completely, but you can't tell me he didn't learn something in that moment.
I'm not gonna but I'm not gonna say he needed that smack. Nah.
All right, but here's a better question. Here's a better
Because
question.
at the end of the day, once again, you're
So who needs to get
you're
smacked in
creating a
life?
script. You're creating a script for your comedians. You have to follow this script.
I'm
and
not.
I don't think, and I think that that needs to be talked. I think it needs to be talked about. But I think that we're also, I'm also just looking at the art form of comedy and saying, hey. This situation happened. How can we avoid this? And what is
But
right
can we
and
talk
wrong
about the
here?
art form
Like,
of
what
comedy?
is it?
Not to cut you off, bro. Here's a better question. Do you think that Chris Rock should be embarrassed by this? Because as you think about that, when I think of a comedian,
I have no idea.
Exactly. But this is the thing. We just be saying shit. But when I analyze a comedian, I think about vulnerability. A person that's not mad that people are making jokes at them because they make jokes at others.
Okay.
So when I see your boy Jim Carrey talk about defamation suits like this lasts forever, it's like, I don't expect Chris Rock to be a tough guy.
No, I didn't. I
Him
didn't
getting slapped is essentially a joke. Like it's so, we be taking shit so it's like, bro, I don't even understand this shit. Do I look to Chris Rock to be a tough guy? Does that tint his image of how I look at Chris Rock?
No.
He is still a comedian that's supposed to make me laugh and giggle. This doesn't.
But I can't imagine you
Laugh and
giggling. You be
chuckle.
giggling?
Nah, the right John.
I'll be like,
The right John to make me key.
Well,
You start turning red?
Yeah, I be blushing.
Nah, he
You ever
turned,
seen a dark skinned nigga blush?
Alex turned purple.
Rose get mad, rosy and shit.
Rosy cheeks.
I'm getting blushing right now.
Savon don't find women funny, but
My fault though.
but fuck you.
No, I did it again.
He said
I was
Savon
talking
don't
to.
find women funny.
What happened? It's true. Nah, bro.
I heard that in my headphones.
and he loved that so much that you made it a clip.
You did.
I did.
Facts. Fuck. I had
fuck.
something. I wanted to piggyback off of what you were saying.
I was saying that
Chris Rock.
I don't look to him to be the tough guy.
Yeah, he's not the tough guy.
I don't look at right
I was like, yeah,
as a
you got it.
comedian, right?
I still forgot.
No,
but-
no,
but
you're
yeah,
good.
he's not a tough
That's
guy.
just, I'm gonna keep.
I got you.
It was essentially that. Like, I don't look at him. I don't think his shit was tainted.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's just a comedian got slapped in the face.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
not a joke?
But you know,
I don't think he deserved that
I don't know.
slap.
Maybe I
he
don't
didn't
know.
deserve
I
the
didn't
slap.
deserve that.
Maybe I don't know.
He didn't
He should
deserve
not-
that slap,
he shouldn't
but
have been
he's
slapped.
gonna think twice before he makes those
Sure.
types of jokes.
For sure.
Okay, I don't
Like-
think anyone deserves to get slapped,
Nah,
right?
but-
Okay.
nah,
No,
but-
sometimes you
No,
do.
no, 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 no.
Man
Some
to
people
man?
We're hypocrites.
Man to man, I'd rather get punched than slapped.
But that's what I
Slap
wanted to
is-
say.
Slap is like,
As
yo,
a-
with all
you
due
said-
disrespect.
You said it's not
So
defamation.
you rather get injured?
Yeah.
He
slap
Wait, what?
him.
What
He
is
said,
Yeah,
wrong?
knock me out cold.
Slap?
Don't slap me and I'll be
Nah,
like, oh,
bro.
what
Knock
just
you out.
happened?
Yo, y'all hear
cold.
men in here?
No, I feel like that's
wanna get knocked
worse
out.
because he's gonna be on the ground.
Don't
Like,
slap, yo.
I'm not saying-
oh my
from
god.
a defamation standpoint,
Sure.
which I'm not a lawyer. Stop.
But at least what
No.
Jim
I'm
Carrey
just
was saying,
like,
right?
yo,
Yeah.
smacking me. That is as a from my ego, right?
Right.
It hits. It's like,
What about if you're a comedian?
Because a nigga come up to me like, that's why I will smack the shit out you, boy. It's like,
No, but then what if he's
Nice to
like,
meet you
that's why
too.
he punched you and knocked you out? Isn't that worse?
Nah,
that's why he
punch
punch
him.
you.
Punch
Punch
him.
me,
But
I'm
what-
like, yeah, it was a sucker punch.
But
No,
I can't
no,
say
it wasn't.
sucker slap.
But slap? Like full
hand
slap.
is way
You
more.
would rather
What?
be laid out in front
No.
of your girl.
Nah,
You rather be laid out in front of your girl.
You lost me on
Don't
this
You
one.
rather be laid
Y'all
out in
are
front
funny.
of
Y'all
your
turning to Nate Robinson with that.
They don't
niggas
know.
ain't got in
Y'all
the
niggas
fight
is bugging.
They don't
Listen,
know.
no.
They don't know.
Listen
Niggas
to
ain't
women.
get in the
chatting.
fights.
You're
Because the
chatting.
niggas, let me tell you what I remember. I remember the niggas that got slapped.
And I remember Nate
And I
Robinson.
remember the niggas that fought hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have fought
You
if he
too, right,
knocked you
Savon?
out. Dev, you didn't fight
They
him.
mean that up.
But if I got knocked, I'm
They
like, yo,
mean Nate Robinson ass
that was
up,
a,
didn't they?
That was a sucker punch. I
That'd be the
fell on the
thing.
floor. I didn't know what happened. Like
The
niggas just dead sucker
continuation
punched me.
of shit.
But to slap me and I'll get up and go, wow, you just slapped me.
But he
Is-
said wow.
He said,
The
wow.
nigga Will hit him. He said wow. That shit, I would have said wow too.
He said Will Smith just slapped the
Oh my
shit out of me.
God.
What?
That is like
That's
that
fly-
is
nah.
insane.
That's crazy. No, but I still think getting knocked out on stage
Nah.
is worse.
Nah.
Like I
Nah.
think that's worse than.
I wouldn't
His
say.
career's over if he
I
got
get what you're
knocked out.
saying,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
not-
think it's
Bro,
worse.
his ticket sales is not going up if he
bro,
got
I
knocked
don't-
out,
yeah.
bro.
They probably
Nah,
say
they
that.
might-
They are.
refund.
They
Nah,
are
they might
regardless.
inflate.
If he
They
got
are.
knocked
Yeah, they might
out,
inflate
I'm
it.
getting a refund, nigga. I want to hear nothing from
Knocked
you.
out.
If you knock
This
me
is a good
out,
debate.
nigga, stay home, my nigga. Just stay home.
Nah.
I get what your
You
your
get what I'm saying,
point
though?
is, but
It's
I do
no,
see what
getting
you're
knocked
saying.
out is
It's
so
more
much worse.
manly, and I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be
Yo,
masculine and shit.
Yo, look
But
at the
to
nigga
get
muscle.
I was gonna
knocked
make a
out,
comment.
it's
Look at the nigga
way
muscle.
more.
Yo, Dev, hold on.
They're flexing.
Time
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
look
yeah.
at
Been
the
working
nigga
out.
muscle. Do that again. Do that motion.
You been working out,
Showing your knocked out
get
face, bro.
Knocked out. To get knocked out seems way more like yo, I got knocked out, as opposed to yo, that nigga slapped me.
Yeah.
It's just a different.
Really?
It's a little
I
different.
get what
I
you're
wouldn't.
saying. I get what you're
I
saying.
wouldn't. I wouldn't rather get knocked out. I'd rather get punched than slapped.
Okay,
Yo,
punch.
get the fuck out of
I'd
here,
rather
you
punch
No
you.
lie.
Oh, because of
samurai
like,
man. What's wrong with this nigga,
I
Okay.
can
bro?
say yo,
Okay.
you sucker punch me. That nigga
No.
sucker punch me.
Well-
Sucker. There's no such thing as a sucker slap. You slap me.
You watching the joint come to your grill.
You
like,
slap me.
Yeah, nah, I
If
take
you
that.
sleeping,
I am a
yeah,
man.
You're not sleeping.
Nah,
Like, I'd
you
rather get
sleep-
punched.
but-
Okay,
I'd rather
okay,
get
okay.
punched.
I
than
can't
slap.
let that down.
Now I definitely see what
You
you're
understand what I'm saying?
now.
Maybe
Alright.
knocked out was
Rather
too
than get,
much.
like,
Let's introduce some
slap.
Yeah,
things.
like a.
Let's introduce some
What's wrong
things.
with you?
But then you
yo,
rather get like boom. Like,
Savon,
yeah.
if I came up to you,
But you can't,
All
bro.
right.
You
Devon.
can't knock me
Devon,
out.
who helps you off the floor?
You can't knock me out.
Let's
Hold
look
on,
the real
hold on.
questions.
No knockout, no knockout, no knockout. If I
That's what
came
you
up,
were
if I
saying.
came up to Savon, right? Because
Dev,
he
you were
partied
saying
yesterday.
Dev, you were saying knockout. You said I'd rather get knocked out. Like,
That was a lot. That was a lot. Maybe that was too heavy.
I'm saying, like, yo, that shit is crazy.
Hold on. I've seen
Yes,
niggas.
that's heavy.
I've seen a nigga get knocked out from slapping. Hold on.
shit.
Hold on.
Nah, I'm
So,
with him. I'm with him.
If I come up to a nigga Savon,
That's tough.
if I come
That's
to a nigga
tough.
Savon and I be like, yo, boy, really, what's wrong with you, boy? You potty yesterday? Fuck is wrong with you? And I smack him, right? In front of everybody. Ha! Over here. Ha! Everybody look around. And then he go, yo, you smack me?
Wow.
If I went up to Savon, right? Wow.
Wow, Devon
Embarrassing.
just smacked the shit out of
If
me.
I went up to Savon, right, and say, yo, boy, you really potty yesterday? Bow. There's something different in smacking a woman
it's
and that
not.
man. Yes, it is.
I see what Dev was saying.
There's something different about smacking a man.
the smack is
smacking a nigga, bro.
again. The smack is like, yo,
It's extra
everything. I mean, I want to
disrespect.
disrespect
Smack it
you.
like a pig.
There you
I
go.
ain't like
Extra
that.
I think
disrespect.
His smack was with love, though.
All right.
His
I don't know.
smack, nah, he
Not with the
smacked-
way he opened up his
He
hips at the
smacked the
end.
nigga like I could really
That was
like
mad
you know what
love.
I'm saying. That was the mild. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if it was backstage, a lot of people keep saying, "Yo, if he should have just handled it backstage, he might have killed him backstage."
No, but let's
like
say-
the smack was
I
like,
hear
"Yo,
that.
bro, this is where we
but what
at."
if I don't feel the same later on?
Smacking is way more sonning. Right. It's something about smacking somebody. It's like, you my son. Like, I'm a pimp. You a hoe. Smack. Which is not good. We're not condoning that.
Yo,
Sorry.
you nigga talking about smacking hoes?
No, it's a
Yo,
pimp.
what's
Like,
good?
it's a
Where
pimp.
was
Like,
you raised? Your mother raised you better than that.
He
bro.
said sorry to all
First
hoes.
of all,
Shout out to your mom.
she
bro.
watches this show, so she's
Yo,
troubled.
she's
Mom,
dead
I'm
as like
sorry.
NTK
She's
Hive.
troubled.
Like,
She is.
she'd be
Mom, I'm
laying
so
in bed watching
sorry.
us on like a full screen.
Can I tell you what she
This-
was listening to as I walked past the room?
Please.
What's up?
It was about me and you swapping sexual college stories about busting ass.
You see yourself?
Where?
And that's
when
your problem.
was it? She
And
went
to see
deep
it-
in the
so-
archive.
And
for
when
that.
I
Wait,
peeked
hold
in
up.
her room, she was like this, doing her hair like.
Yeah, she want to know how you are.
I've been through that.
is-
I
Yo,
binge need to know. Like, like
She
yes.
want to know how your Ivan says.
Not my
Real,
mom.
real
She
quick,
knows
can you read
about
this
my
last text message from my
penis. It's
mom?
weird.
She want to see how your Ivan says. Hold on.
You don't gotta read the
Okay,
first. the first
Nah,
one.
read the
Don't
first
Nah, I
one.
ain't gonna read the first one.
Read the first one.
Don't do
Nah,
that.
you
Don't
gotta
do
read
that
my
to my
mom.
mom. Don't
Nah, I
do that
love
to
her.
my
I ain't
mom.
gonna
Don't
do
do
that
that
to
to my
her.
mom.
I ain't definitely gonna
But
do that to
read
my
everything
dudes.
I wanna know
I got
that.
way too much respect for my dudes.
It must be crazy.
Nah,
It
it
is.
is.
I want to see that.
Nah, you gonna have to see it. But you want me the real she said?
yeah.
Okay, Mommy Savon, this is what she said.
What she said?
Mommy said, see, that's why I don't be listening to your nasty fresh mouth podcast. Mommy, sorry, yo. It's true. We just be saying anything
Fresh
here.
mouth.
Sorry, Mommy.
I laugh when people say,
Mommy Savon is not liking that.
your fresh mouth.
Chai.
Please, God, let me see. LA.
It's true though.
I won't say it out loud.
Nah, you know what my mom do? She just type. Nah.
Mom's is going crazy.
Nah,
like,
yeah.
what are you texting me this for?
Nah, you gotta text her like, Ma.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, my mom.
Yo, Dre, you saw the text?
Nah, he ain't
But
seen
she
it.
Dre,
like
send it-
heard
yeah,
us.
send it to Dre.
I don't know.
She's-
Oh.
nah.
I'm like, yo,
I love
mom,
your
what
mom.
are you
She's-
talking about? Like,
Nah.
I can't do that to.
I
Like,
blame you. You gotta text her. You can't
Yo, why
come
you
on.
let that go?
Yeah. Nah, Dre, you gotta see the text, bro.
Nah, let me.
Nah, pass the phone to Dre. Savon's brother is here. If y'all didn't know, one of the 18 of them.
Word.
He said word.
Mommy, mommy's wild.
We said that on the pod or something?
Nah, I said
we
that on
didn't
my
say
pod.
Oh, the last one?
Yeah,
Oh,
on your
he
pod.
said my pod.
Yeah, you said that on your pod.
Yeah, it was in the
Nah, it was on
promo
the
clip.
last
Got a nice ring to
It
it,
was
right?
on the bonus episode. You guys should go
Nah,
check that
nah,
out
you
again.
not.
Shout out to
Nah.
Armand Sadler,
Nah.
Anthony Moore, and Natalie from the least favorite podcast.
Nah, it's your pod, right? Nigga even took my seat.
Yo, you had fun?
I had
He had
fun.
bad fun. Without us.
You'll say, if you don't
You
want
never
to say,
cheated
just say
and
it.
like the side bitch better a little bit.
I don't like that. You can't treat the side bitch
Back
better.
in the day.
Back in the day, that was true. Your
Back in the
side, your
day.
side chick.
That could happen. So he's saying
day.
that he liked the other pod better.
No, but I like the nut. I like
No.
the nut better, but I love you. What you do for me
Because
more.
it was new pussy. Exactly.
See,
We
but
all know
was
how
it
that
worth
works.
it?
What?
Was it worth it?
It's never worth hurting your feelings, Reggie.
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
It's never worth hurting your feelings, Reggie.
Definitely.
I
Yo,
can't even
in
answer
the
that.
chat, Dad was like, "Yo, what about me, man?" Like,
was
yo,
dead ass.
that was verbatim what he said.
What
He was
about
like,
me,
he was
man?
like, "Yo, what?"
Hey, man.
I'm
what
sorry.
the fuck?
I feel like we got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about it on Patreon. I feel like we dedicated this entire episode because I want to talk about Pusha T. We got to talk about mad shit.
Oh, all the shit you ain't get to talk about on your last podcast, right?
I
You-
didn't
you ain't
want
done
to,
talking yet, nigga?
But I didn't want it.
I will say this
Okay.
though. Hey, I will say this though. Look, I feel like Will set the tone, so be careful outside. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like he set on a jokey for real note. I do kind of hear what you're saying, but I don't think it's just a comedian thing. I think Will set the tone.
It was like a reminder, like you can, like that can happen to you.
It could happen.
Yeah.
Anybody can get it.
I'm gonna keep it on. I think he brought it back.
I will
The
be.
can man. Anybody can get it.
Gotta be
nigga.
careful. Gotta be careful.
Anybody.
You gotta be careful.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll be tuned in to comedians.
Yeah.
Podcasts in that world. I really just want to hear more perspectives on the entire thing. Like
I agree.
I did get a lot of perspective. I want to say from y'all. I did get a lot of perspective. I'm like, wow, I understand your point and stuff like that. And I hope that obviously for everybody listening that you heard a bunch of different perspectives. And that's what it's about.
This is what it's about.
I don't think we should kill each other for having opinions and perspective and just talking things out. And I hope that through listening to us just talk about it, not saying that this is our opinions and stuff like that, but just giving you perspective that you learn something. Maybe we stifle something or a conversation in your mind that I didn't see it that way, and that's what we need to keep going.
Absolutely.
And that's a
The
larger
dialogue.
That's because that's the only way to solve any issues that we have.
That's a fact.
Yo,
That's why
that
I
is
was-
such a.
No, it's important because I like that he said
No,
that because
'cause-
on the need to know, I don't like
Let
to.
Reggie get off. Let Reggie get
No,
off.
I'm sorry. I have to.
Get off.
It's giving Libra because everything you
she's a
ever
Libra?
end off with, you're
Libra,
like, guys,
Libra.
we have to learn all the perspective. Like you always end an episode like that, and that all of us can be like that, but you always do that, which I love.
It's
But
important.
giving Libra.
It's
Like,
a- because
it's a
you know-
good thing. It's a great trait.
It's a
like,
great trait that because I feel like picking sides doesn't really
It doesn't
solve
help.
anything.
It doesn't help.
I come from that school,
doesn't
so
help.
this is open dialogue.
Sometimes it's alright. Sometimes you can.
And then you got your boy over there.
Sometimes you gotta just let niggas know
then
where
you
you
have a save
stand.
on.
I stand with the can man.
You know what? That's-
Will Smith,
you
the
know
can
what?
man. Anybody can get it. Mexican,
I
African,
stand
Dominican.
with you, man. I just heard
that
Anybody
joke.
can get it.
I just
bro.
heard that joke.
Shout out to Adrian
Oh,
Broner.
the can. Oh.
The
Oh, it's
can
Adrian
man.
Broner that said
Anybody
it.
can get it, my nigga. You talking about my wife, my nigga? You can get it, my nigga. You talking about my kids, my nigga? You can get it. Y'all niggas talk about Alex crazy.
Yo.
You talk about Devon
Yo.
Terrell crazy.
I love-
You talk about Reggie crazy.
Yo.
You can get it, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all
Not
trying to
true.
do this divide and conquer shit.
Yeah,
It's
you.
all
You're
gang,
the one
gang.
who potted without us. You're
It's just
dividing.
you.
It's just you.
But if y'all ain't speak on it, it don't exist.
What?
How the fuck
So
will
why
we
y'all
not
have to
to know?
press me on
Everyone
that?
text us.
So why y'all even press me on
Nah,
that?
to Savon's defense, he did put it in the chat. Everybody was busy. Even I was
no,
busy.
he didn't put potting with other people in the chat.
That's a fact.
like Pierre.
Yes, he did.
No, he did
gotta
not.
say with your
But
chest.
Check it.
everybody
You
knew about you,
lying
Reggie.
ass.
Everybody
He
knew
did
about you,
not
Reggie.
say, yo, potting with a
So
whole other
wait, so
cast.
y'all want me?
He
So
told
if
Alex.
y'all can't do it, y'all want me to just stay at home and not do nothing?
No,
Did we come in today,
that's not what we
Savon?
said.
Did we
Okay.
come in today?
I'm asking.
Did we come in
On a Monday or a Tuesday when
Did-
when we trying to feed the streets.
when we and you?
But do we have to feed them on a Wednesday morning? Like, did that have to happen? Like, was that
Did
make
it
or break?
have
Nah,
to?
you got to
Did it
strike while the
have to?
iron's
Did it
hot.
have to? It didn't have to. But I'm gonna make another point,
Mm-hmm.
and we can extend this conversation on Patreon. I'm gonna make another point. I don't even know how to start.
Take your time.
Do
Take your
it,
time.
Because
take
you're
your time.
trying to lie.
I'm not lying.
That's what's
I've really
happening.
thought about
You
this.
on the right side of your
Also,
fucking
I've
brain.
really thought about
I
this.
want,
You know
people,
the
I, want, no,
story.
I want people to know that the episode could have, it did come out. Just could you just let us know?
That's it.
That's my
yes,
stance. That's
absolutely.
my
No,
stance on it. That's
1000%.
it. Like
1000%.
Pierre's like yeah, but I'm like no. All I like I just want to know. Like that's it. Yeah, yeah.
1000%.
Yeah,
And again, I'm dead ass serious. I do
give it his
apologize.
ass.
Pierre
If
probably
I-
fucking gave you the idea.
If I caught
The way
y'all
he
off guard, nah.
What I
He gave
do?
you the idea. Pierre was only yo.
I just
fuck
press
them
buttons,
niggas.
baby.
Nah. That's what, and it's usually that nigga. That's like yo, fuck them
He
niggas.
didn't
He said,
antagonize.
matter of fact, yo, I got a new lens.
Yeah.
My nigga.
He didn't
Let's pull up.
antagonize.
Let's kill these niggas.
I know Pierre probably did. Yeah.
I'm gonna color grade the fuck
He's
out
the
of that shit.
antagonist.
I'm a wild that shit up.
He's the puppet master, right?
Yes.
But no.
It's Pierre pulling the fucking
He did some on that wide shot. He ain't did on this one yet.
Yo, nah, hold on. Alex, you got the best lens, bro.
Yo, my fault.
You
my
do
fault.
have
Nah,
the
P.
monster
P,
lens.
Don't worry about
That's
me.
why I took
My
your
fault,
seat,
P.
nigga.
Nah, P, my fault,
That's
P.
why you took
Yo,
your
hey, don't do that shit again now.
He really does have the best
yo,
lens.
Yo,
What
he
the
does.
fuck?
Hold on.
Damn.
Nah,
Oh my
hold on.
gosh,
Reggie got
that
mad.
shit was so
Okay, hold on.
good.
Everybody's panties in a bunch. Let's calm down here. P, my fault, Brody. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a beautiful job.
Keep it that way, all right?
You're doing a beautiful job. Forget
I ain't mad at that.
anything I just said. You're doing a beautiful job.
You want to know my reasoning for real?
No,
Why?
it was because you wanted to put out episodes.
I wanted to put it out, but I also feel like we're at this point where, and again, shout out to Jerica who's here. She's gonna help us grow.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she's
Shout
a
out
part
to
of the
Jerica.
team,
See you here,
so
too.
shout out.
Came in.
Yeah,
She's
really
been on
nice
our
coming
podcast.
by.
We should know. Hello.
She's been working tirelessly
Twin.
on our word twins.
true.
She's been working tirelessly on our pitch deck.
And it looks
Yo,
amazing.
that was you. Oh,
That was you. It was amazing.
She's been working
yeah.
tirelessly.
All 32
Oh my-
drafts.
I wish we could-
that
no.
Savon put. Yeah,
I-
he
oh,
kept dropping that draft.
Jerica talking about she want to beat this
She
nigga
wanna
up
kick
too.
some ass.
Oh
He was
shit!
so
Why you want to
kidding.
beat him
He
up?
texted me, "Don't hate me." I was like,
He kept dropping the drafts in the chat.
But my
dropping
energy
them.
be the same, so y'all can't
What?
be mad.
Wait, what?
Anal.
yeah, no.
Wait, but what about? How does that relate to this?
Oh, so what I was gonna say about this?
Like, what?
Listen. I'll be honest. I'll be 1,000% honest. Right? What? So, like Pierre said, you gotta
Okay.
strike when the iron's hot. So I saw this major topic happening. I'm like, yo, we are content creators. At the end of the day, we're fighting. You always talk about the algorithm.
Yep.
Not only the algorithm. But if y'all seen the trend in podcasting, every single podcast that is in our sphere, which is the Joe Budden podcast, which is massive. See, the thing is, Rory and Maul, Flagrant 2, Brilliant, whatever that the recommendation when it says, hey, you should listen to this because you listen to that. Whatever that sphere is, everybody is putting out 2 podcasts a week. Everybody is doing that constantly. So I have this fight and this issue with YouTube where I'm like, yo, we don't get the love, we don't get the view, the algorithm, whatever the case may be. And so on some level, it's a surface statement when I say that, but it's also a little bit deeper. And the deeper thing is people are flooding the content wave that is almost drowning us out. So when I saw a moment like this, my head said, yo, if we can get this, this will be dope. Even if it's just the Need to Know podcast is in the algorithm a little bit sooner, a day earlier, let me just put something out. It's not like I just say, yo, fuck y'all niggas, let me not hit y'all up. I did go to y'all first. So my thinking behind this whole thing is, yo, we're fighting the algorithm. Every other podcast is literally putting out 2 a week and Patreon.
Nah.
You get what I'm saying? Like 2 a week and Patreon. We do once a week. It's Thursday. This happened on Sunday. So my brain on Monday morning was, yo, I really want to put out some content. If we can't do it, I don't want y'all to feel like I think the world revolves around me. So if y'all couldn't do it on Monday, I was like, let me respect that. So I reached out to other people. Once they committed, I didn't feel like, yo, let me cancel on them and let me try to reschedule things. I know Alex works with Joe on Tuesday, so he was automatically off the grid. I knew Rob wasn't going to be here on Tuesday because he's always with Joe too on Tuesday.
He with me.
So in that
Not my little
realm,
homie.
that
Shout to
was
Rob.
honestly the thinking behind it, Reggie. Why I was like, yo, it's
Nigga
gonna
keep
come out
talking to
now.
just Reggie.
Boom, boom.
But that's why.
No, because she asked.
No,
she
no, no,
asked.
no.
She asked.
What in the fuck?
No, but I get why you did it. Like I get
Nah, me
why
too,
you
but don't
were like,
try that
okay,
shit
we have
again.
to do this.
Let me.
Fuck is he talking
Let me-
about?
But I'll handle myself better next time. If I do
Thank
have
you.
a moment
Thank
like
you.
that,
Thank
I
you.
will let all of y'all know exactly how this is gonna play out.
Thank you. Because let me say,
I will do that.
Let me say this to you, and this is something that we've talked about behind closed doors, right?
Behind my
Where
back.
Behind closed doors.
Oh, I thought you said behind my back.
HR. I'm HR.
Behind his back.
We've had, and I'm gonna do this so politically correct.
What do you think?
We've had conversations where we said, well, we know why we don't post like that, right? We know. We've had this conversation. 1, 2. I look at the news media cycle, right? And I'm gonna talk from the perspective of someone that's reading the news media cycle. When I see all of those things popping up, with all the mess and the echo chamber of it, and it just in the moment, I say there's no way, or let me not say there's no way, but I would rather hear, or I'd rather put out as a podcaster, a very wise, time-taken, just more developed opinion about a situation, as opposed to doing the thing that we yell at people on social media for doing as is, that we yell at people all the time.
Especially
For
in that circuit he brought up.
That's right. Because, for instance, when Travis, Travis Scott's situation, all of these crazy things that we've seen in our time, I will be the first person to tell you, I don't like to be the first in line. Because I just feel like that's something that we make that mistake and attempt to, or probably wind up shooting ourselves in the foot off the strength of, have you had a moment to really think and evaluate what has truly happened and transpired, especially when I start to see things unfold in real time? Right. So for me, and this is just me, and it's cool. Like it's just me.
Nah, keep going.
When it comes to those situations, to be honest, if we came in here and that happened, and we came in here like the day after, I probably wouldn't have said much. And I've done that, and I don't know if you noticed, when certain situations happen quick, I don't say much because I genuinely have not given it any thought. I can't evaluate it,
a little bit.
and I want to see other perspectives so I can say, hey, you know what? This is what. So I just, for me, as far as my integrity, and I'm not challenging anyone's integrity. I'm not saying you don't have any, but I'm just saying for me personally, I always like to come from a place of, hey, I've heard a bunch of different perspectives, and now I think that I can come to a conclusion, or at least give an opinion about what I've learned around. So for me, I like the quality of what we do. As far as like, yo, that's right. You get our shit, and it's gonna be well put together. It's gonna be, it's just gonna be a higher quality product. It's Apple to me. Like this podcast is Apple to me. Because I just think that we think about things. We have so many dope perspectives. We debate. We don't agree with everything, and that's what I think people really just fuck with us.
I think people were looking. I think we have a loyal enough following. I don't know if we just said that the YouTube, may not get as much love, but I think the people, we have a core following that would have waited until Thursday to like tune in to see like, oh, what is Dev gonna say? You know what I'm saying?
And I think this episode. Hey, guess what? I think we made so many crazy dope little pockets of points. I think one of these points could. Who knows? It could go. And maybe we've set a perspective on here after gathering all the intel from the other ones that maybe it's like, oh shit, that is a good take. I didn't even think about that. And I think that's what makes us so like just different from the ones that are already exist. Like I just love how we discuss things and work things out and stuff like that.
Don't even worry, children. HR gonna handle this. Thank you for speaking to your union delegate today. You shut your little hottie ass up.
Oh my God.
It's donuts in the office. I'm sorry. Is anything else I need?
I'm good.
Let's film
Is there anything else you
Patreon,
need?
man.
Let's do Patreon.
It's what you
Nah,
need
hold on. Y'all want to end the episode? They speaking to HR
Yo,
right
can you
now.
shout out my CMOS
Okay,
company?
yes. Hey.
See, we even always have us back with that.
That's it, right?
PurposeCMOSgel.com.
Purpose C-mail.
Hey, oh my God.
PurposeCMOSgel.com. Go get it for your wellness and for your sexness. All right. Now, again, boys don't cry. That's in your phone.
Yeah, man.
That's out in your phone right now. Devon Terrell new album now going crazy.
Thank y'all so much.
Million streams
Thank y'all
and
so
going.
much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all really supported the fuck out of that, man. I want to thank you so much.
It's some
we have
smashes
to,
on there.
Real
Dev,
talk.
I might
Okay.
have, look out for something, a little collab.
Look,
What you talking about?
See, look so they already plotting against you. Look, they already talking about you on the side.
Hey,
Look.
Reggie wrote an article for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Oh, that was nothing.
something light?
That was
something light?
Okay,
Oh, my bad.
We done.
Hold on.
She
I have to shut up.
she was in those spaces, remember? She was where she was at yesterday.
Where you was at yesterday?
She was at yesterday on the
No,
billboards.
don't. No, stop.
I don't know nothing. It's the Needs to Know podcast.
Shout out
It is
Reggie.
what you need to know when you need to know. Make sure you guys check out our Patreon where we will extend this conversation, another extended conversation, by the way, and also talk about some of the things that we missed this previous week. Again, we appreciate you all. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. If you made it this far in the podcast, there is no reason at all that you should not be subscribed or you shouldn't at least have left one comment on our content,
Please do.
it helps the show. It helps the algorithm.
Yes.
We appreciate you and we thank you. Again, that is the Need to Know podcast on patreon.com. It is what you need to know when you need to know on the Need to Know podcast. God willing, we will be back again next week. Peace out, y'all.
One person that comments, I'm gonna give you $10. How about that?
Gang.
One person.